Welcome on in, everyone. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Ilianos, Kelteo, Swariel. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Can we get a shout out for, let me see. There's definitely, I'll get the shout out at the very end. Welcome on in, G-Terran. Glad to have you, Sweet. Welcome on in, Kronos as well. Glad to have you. Welcome on in, Fine Point. Who else we got? Who else? Thank you, Swariel, for the 110 stream streak. Goodness gracious. It is wild to me how long some of the streaks y'all get are. The dedication is honestly frightening. Welcome on in, Erratic Phoenix. Glad to have you, Sweepy. Welcome on in, Lock and Zera Crisis at Fine Point again. Who am I shouting out? Here, let me get a shout-outs real quick for Kelteo and then one for Zera Crisis. Both these two are huge sweethearts. Highly recommend both their content. Go get them checks out. Yeah, it is Friday. It is Friday. Where are the Borb drones? Good question. Terrific question. Somewhere in my file system, who am I you're not shouting out me. Oh my god. Illegal. I think you're literally disallowed from using the Twitch shout out to shout out the streamer you're currently typing in. I hate it here. I hate it. Anyways, we're doing art, which means I gotta pull hello, welcome. Pulls you out of the box.
Box.
D-box.
Well, no, it's so bright.
No box, just D-box. And there's a Borb approaching me at very, very slow velocities. Do you mind? I'm trying to start a stream over here, man.
I believe the Borb is asking where the drone models are.
Starkey doesn't know Canadian geography. How does he expect to move to Canada if he can't find any of the big three cities on the map?
Canada only has 3 cities?
Yeah, Canada is like Ohio, where it has only 3 cities.
Do they also only start in C?
Maybe. Unsure.
Did you know Starkey can't find Vancouver on a map? I doubt he even knows what province Vancouver is in.
Let's also give a shout out for Darv real quick. Thank you for the Borb laser battle with Ivan. Okay. I can't find Vancouver on a map.
It's on the west side.
Yes. I mean, realistically, I can use deductive reasoning to guess where Vancouver would be on a map. That's the big thing I could reasonably do, but also that's a lot of brain effort right now, man. It's Friday.
Because the content creators I follow, I just mainly know where Vancouver and where Victoria is, and that's it.
Victoria isn't okay, Victoria's East Coast, right?
Nope, West Coast.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
It's like north of Seattle.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know the general direction of Vancouver. Listen, geography, here's the thing. If you asked me to locate a specific American city, I think I would struggle. Give me a city on the same level as Vancouver. What state borders Alberta? There's 2. British Columbia and Saskatchewan. Only have 2.73 brain cells on a good day. Understandable. I have families Victoria. Heck yeah.
Aren't those territories?
What
Because
state?
does Canada do states?
I said state. I mean, the safe guess I think is it's Minnesota. Here's the thing. That's the one I know where it is on the map. It's the second most West Coast state, assuming you ignore the Yukon, which is super duper north. Montana. The one that's just Starkey's hopeless. It's the one that just goes. It's just fucking Montana.
Folks, I'll be honest with you. Remember, intelligence isn't not a catch-all thing.
Did I not say Montana? Because I thought did I not say Montana? Did I say Idaho?
I think you said Missouri.
You said Minnesota. Oh, god damn it. Here, see? That's the fucking point. I can't do US fucking geology either. Geography.
Geology is an entirely different subject there, Starkey.
Geography is some bullshit. Geography is entirely the result of white people, so I don't respect it.
Is that why you studied computers?
Yes, exactly. Because that was made by a gay person. Shoutouts to computers famously invented by homosexual Turing, Alan Turing. All sodas are mini if you're a macro. Fair point.
I thought Bill Gates invented the computer, Starkey.
Just gay erasure. Gay erasure during my gay, what is August? What month is August in terms of what the fuck is this? You're just like 1 megabyte. Chaz, this is a skip. But yeah, no. I said Minnesota. You are correct. I said Minnesota. If that contextualizes how bad I am at fucking general like geography, there's no shot I'm going to try to memorize.
There's only like 9 to 12 territories, Starkey. It's fine.
I don't like how that's not a definitive number.
I studied math. Do you think I know locations?
That's fair. That's fair. It's Vorday. Happy Vorday.
It's Vorday in August.
It is Vorday in August. Oh my god, thank you for the shout. No problem. I didn't actually know that you... I need to stop at your streams more often, because it is actually very, very chill to be there. I'm just, like, perpetually preoccupied with my entire existence being, like, one gigantic struggle. But no. So, like, happy Vorday for those who celebrate. I guess I'm obligated to celebrate, even though I'm more into an esoteric type. I just like goo. It's not that I like Vor, I just like goo. And goo does exactly... I guess, but like goo, what else does goo do?
Tentacles.
God damn it. So you like the absorption?
Yeah,
that's
all the things you don't like.
I hate it. I hate it here. This must be what it's like to be Cyrus. Cyrus loves Knowles, loves Moz, and loves Belly, but hates Vor.
I mean, you can have an oral fixation without liking all of it.
That's fair.
What's your opinion on tongues, Starkey?
What's my opinion on what?
Tongues.
I don't really have one. Not that I can think of. Welcome on in, Moonbear. Glad to have you, sweetie. Moon, my existence is a struggle as well. Yeah, I'm perpetually like... To be fair, I am making progress on some things. So I had to... Because I am in the process of relocating to Canada, which is a very, very lengthy process. I hopefully will be moving... You know, the idealistic version is like I move by February, but like it might take closer to like a year, so like from today, so it would like be August of next year. Listen, I get a lot of Vor requests, but I'm just a silly macro wolf. I'm not particularly into it myself, but sometimes things just happen. That's like, I think, because like that, I sympathize very greatly with that. My, it's the fucking, what's the Chapel Roan song where like the My Kink is Watching You?
It'd be really funny if that was the name of the song.
No, but like that's one of the lyrics of the song. I can't fucking remember.
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Starkey is into feet, not Vor, not judging as the feet pics you reposted on Blue Sky are nice drawings.
How the fucked up thing is like you actually could sufficiently gaslight me about what's up, Chris?
Starkey, what's the worst crime someone can commit in Middle Earth? First degree murder or homicide?
What was it? You could convince me that I have accidentally reposted like feet stuff on, because you know, it's one of those things where it also is on the list of things where I'm like, you know, it doesn't necessarily like, it's not necessarily like intently my thing, but like if I see a good piece of art and it happens to have a paw focus, I'm not going to be like, oh no. You know, sometimes you gotta give a big werewolf a set of stompers. That's like the law.
I didn't know you were into feet, Starkey.
I hate it here. That was literally the entire point of me. What's up, Crisp?
I'll be honest, Starkey. Artistic depictions of foot art are nice. Real feet are ew, but fictional feet are fine. Why did I say this?
Okay, so you say that, but I actually like low key agree. I don't know. I agree in that like I think there's something about like the detachment where it's just like it's like yeah, there's just a pub, you know, the real chunky pobs. I'm like I'm here for it.
Darky, I think you're just attracted to the idea of big.
Yes. Welcome on Death Nation. Glad to be sweeping. Valid werewolves require pobs. Exactly. You're not gonna give a fucking werewolf like dainty like you know like dainty little like ballet lady feet. No, you're gonna give that sucker like a you know fucking like pallets basically.
Which is really funny when you consider, wolves.
What's the best of three? Claws, talons, and paws.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Here's the thing. I know your personal preference as a Digimon enjoyer.
Yeah, well, the answer is claws.
Of course.
But as I stated, I can't get around any foot allegations because of my furry awakening. So
That's fair. Welcome on Hyena Sid. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we shout out for Hyena Sid? Sharp talons are awesome. Good deadly grip. A werewolf doing ballet would be fucking adorable and impressive. All right, time. I guess add that to the list of things I gotta draw at some point.
are you not keeping track of a list yourself?
I was on my old PC.
So that's where your list of what you'll do if you reach partner is also at.
No, that list. I'm not keeping track of that. That's y'all's problem.
So what I'm hearing is we can just make shit up, and you will agree to it.
Depends on if I recently could have seen myself saying that. Also, having clips of stuff like that will probably be required. Starkey, it's real. Work is sending me to Kansas. I'm so sorry.
It could be worse. It could be Ohio.
You're right. You're right. The fucking funniest thing is like when people are like, "Oh my god, like you live in Indiana." It's just like Ohio but worse. And I'm like, "You see, but there's one very important difference. People are allowed to leave Indiana. Every single person who has been born or who's lived in Ohio fucking inevitably ends up living in Ohio again." But also, I'm doing a Digimon Expo next month. Heck yeah. Is that going to be in Japan or?
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Stocky, I have
Chris
bad
was very
news.
talkative today.
Yeah,
A
Chris
Borg missile was just launched. Oh no, here it comes.
Chris was very
Quick,
was a
you
bit
need
chatty
to
last
dodge
night as
your
well.
super guard yourself.
Oh god damn it! I wasn't ready to parry. Instead, it's Indiana, aka Corndiana. But no,
Hey, we have soy too.
we do have soy. We have soy when we're not making corn.
Spin!
But also, like, you referenced your furry awakening. It was definitely a Digimon. I can't remember the specific one because I can't remember the name.
Spin!
Wargreymon. Well, you
War-
don't know Digimon, so I don't expect you to.
That's fair. I was the queen that I'm meant to be.
Mind
Yes.
you. Go ahead, sorry.
Yes, in Tokyo, apparently there's some sort of thirst trap Digimon being announced.
I am not surprised.
I mean, it's Digimon. They're always a thirst trap. It's a thirst trap to someone.
No, Mantises, go away.
Spin!
Wargreymon, what?
Wargreymon has good patas, yes.
Yes, very much.
Patas is Spanish for feet.
But yeah, no. I then confirmed that I do at least do like women because
We're the rats.
later on
I
in the
saw
series,
some animated
sorry,
I
videos of
saw
Wargreymon feet
Sorry
on
about
that.
E6. Overall, he has good feet.
Wargreymon feet on E6 overall, he has good feet. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Sorry, what were we going to say?
I at least confirmed that I do have at least some interest in women, though, because as I was going through watching Digimon as a wee child, the scene where the angel and the devil Digimon have a slap fight also was just like, oh, this is funny.
That's fair. This song is giving 2011. This song is actually from this year. It's actually the #1 on Spotify right now. It's Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, I assumed. I heard you singing it.
Believe. Angemon. What the fuck does Angemon look like?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy you Time Stranger when it comes out, just so I could at least have you exposed.
Okay, I can see it. I can see the appeal of Angewoman. Angewoman?
Yeah, so it was a literal slap fight between her and her demonic counterpart, Lady Devimon. And it's very funny. Very funny.
Fair enough. We're gonna be golden. I need to learn a little bit of Korean. To be fair, the one song I actually kind of want to try to cover is I think like the only song in the entire thing that doesn't use any Korean.
The last one?
Yeah, what it sounds like. Luckily, it's the only one that it's A, comfortably in my vocal range, and B, doesn't use any Korean. So that way I don't have to fucking risk butchering it, like how multiple of the songs use they're like, yeah, it's all English, and then they just happen to include the word krapshi, which is Korean for endlessly.
Welcome to K-pop.
It's like English, krapshi in your head. It's fucking, come on! You choose Korean or falsetto. I could do a pretty decent falsetto. Admittedly, I can't do Golden, because A5 is outside of even my falsetto.
Well, the impressive thing is that is...
Stocky, do you remember when Bakugan had male pregnancy in the show? Because that is living in my head rent-free.
I don't remember watching Bakugan consistently, so no, I don't remember male pregnancy. Yeah, what we're gonna say about falsetto and
technically the A5, I believe the A5 in Golden isn't falsetto.
no, it's with her chest voice, which is incredibly fucking impressive. It's clear that she can still go higher. The only reason she isn't is because it wouldn't match where the song's going.
Though I will say, if my childhood would have been later, my awakening probably would have been Drum from Buddy Fight.
Drum Buddy Fight. Let me look real quick. Oh, I did not know this character's name. Future Card Buddy Fight.
Actually, this brings up a question because I was furry adjacent for long enough that I wasn't around for it. Is Delga just original?
Is Delga?
Yeah.
I am unfamiliar with Delga. Well, done at the gym here. I'll have to lurk while driving for sure. Drive safe, okay? Some Buddy Fight characters are kind of hot. So yeah, I've seen this character. I always assumed that this was a Digimon.
What, Drum?
Yeah.
No, Drum and I think Bots is the other big one from that one, are both Buddy Fight.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, yeah, it's a really solid, it's a really, really good character design. So like, I'll give you, let me also look at Bots to see if
I think there's two Z's.
I'm looking. It's loading. Oh! That's who this character is!
Yeah.
I assumed that this was someone's OC. I assumed that this was someone OC because I
can see why you would.
It
doesn't have it's go ahead, sorry.
It's not like popular enough where a bunch of people have drawn it. So it's always like the same handful of artists. So I just assume it's like, yeah, this is someone's like OC that like his like local circle really loves.
Look, I mainly have scaly sections, so that one I see a lot.
That's fair. I do love the design. Don't get me wrong. I say OC like not as a bad thing in the slightest. This is a really good character design, and I can see why this would have been many a person's furry awakening.
They're also complete goobers.
Hell yeah. I've expressed on chat a bunch. I've expressed on stream a bunch of times that my furry awakening was Bowser's Inside Story. Oh my god, bots! Welcome on Media Scales. Good idea, Sweet Bean.
Was it both Bowser and I don't
Bowser and
remember his
Midbus.
name.
Yep.
Yeah, Midbus. It was both of them.
Yep. Which is like, it's one of those things where it's, you know, because that game is also filled to the brim with kinks.
I
It
don't think that one was on purpose. I
What-
really don't.
There is a scene where Bowser gets force-fed big, round, and fat.
Yes, I'm aware. That's also a cartoon trope.
That's fair.
I'm just saying, I think it's one of those accidental overlaps. I don't think it's a totally spy
I'm
situation.
like, I don't, I almost wonder if there's like a chicken and egg situation going on with kinks in children's media.
I mean, probably.
Where it's like, is the kink in the children's cartoon because it was one of the creators' kinks, or is it someone's kink because they saw it in a cartoon and then it carried on, like it became a tradition?
I mean, there's a reason why. Not. I don't think this will be too much. There's a reason why incest is as a trait is a thing.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Like, come on, it has to come from a self-insert kink. It has to.
The problem is it doesn't make sense for most common Japanese kinks though.
Yeah, because I mean, I actually like. I wonder what the kink distribution looks like across different like communities. You know,
I
is
mean,
incest, like, statistically speaking, more frequent across anime viewers in Japan, or is it a case of, you know?
I mean, you can probably look at like popularity of things in light novels, comics, that kind of thing,
That's
because
fair.
those are meant to appeal to the every person.
That, I guess that's fair. I mean, but also there's something to be said about the nature of like is it being carried en masse by is it being carried like en masse, like is it available enough where like it is a representative sample, or is it just like a kink that is sufficiently like socially acceptable where, like, you know, it's like how feet, like here in the States, is feet like is it like universally like proportional, like it's say like if the United States is like, oh, like 20%, like these are fake numbers, I actually don't know the top of my head, it's like 20% of people in the US feet kink, but like is it the same in Japan? Is it lower? Is it higher? Is it lower because they maybe are more willing to hide it? Is it higher because they aren't, like they're more willing to show it?
I don't know. The current conversation is reminding me of those like Pornhub's like most searched term of the year thing.
Yeah, I genuinely I find that kind of data about people to be genuinely fascinating. Also, welcome on the people's. It's good idea, Sweet Bean. Body part attraction tend to vary by taboo. Interesting.
Like, some people like it because it's taboo.
I can see that.
It's kind of like the what's it called? Fork. Like people that do cheating relationships mainly because they feel like they're getting away with something.
Oh yeah, like NTR or like cuckolding.
Kind of, not even that cuckolding. Cuckolding is, I would argue, something different because everyone's aware of it. I'm talking specifically the couples that are having a cheating relationship, but as soon as everything gets found out, they break up because that thrill is gone.
Interesting. There's a fairly strong correlation between what is considered taboo and the prevalence of a fetish. That's interesting. I mean, so because I had heard the idea that like there is some correlation between like what things that you're afraid of and things that you find yourself sexually attracted to. I wonder if that like kind of has like that similar, you know, correlation or codependence.
I know I have some correlations, but I would argue they're ancillary. I'm claustrophobic, but more to the extent of, what is it called? Not being able to breathe. So it's more of a fear of suffocation than anything. but I like being tied up, if that makes sense. Which
That's
technically
fair.
wouldn't make, which wouldn't they would be non-bows.
Yeah. Interesting. Breakups or I don't know what that word second word's trying to be, I'll be honest. But no, like that does kind of make sense. I'm like, what is because like I guess like feet, like okay.
Okay,
In regards
before
to
we
like
go
body
further,
parts
before we
that-
go further,
Yes.
before we go further, hello everybody. We're about to go into more of a kink talk, so things might be uncomfortable. Please let us know if you are if folks here are having problems or if they need the general atmosphere to stop. Starkey specifically, please let if we're going too far, because I don't actually know what's too far for Twitch. Please
fair.
stop the conversation.
I
Continue.
think because it is like an educational discussion about like kink, and it's one of those things where I'm looking like I don't necessarily label like I did, but I don't necessarily label it anymore like my stream as being overtly sexual because I think that like label is more for people for whom like they are presenting themselves as a sexual object rather than someone who just discusses from like a educational or statistic point of view the nature of kink and sexuality.
Yeah.
Remember to flip the canvas, Starkey? That's
Also to save.
canvas flipping is only for the sketch phase. Like the hot tub. Yeah, it's the difference between a hot tub stream versus an educational stream, but like, oh, yeah.
Here's how you use a condom. Okay, but I guess the Borb is going to explain how to use a condom. It's not universally
I
true.
mean, we can. It's very good knowledge considering, the state of things in the U.S. right now.
Yeah, sex education right now as a public service is bad. So
I don't even want to know what PragerU sex ed is.
I imagine that's probably a hate crime. It's probably some kind of human rights violation. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Which, like, the Borb is usually for, but like that's the not fun kind of human rights violation. I'm kidding. I'm joking. There is not a good human rights violation. But no. We got so fucking far afield. Cause like
We were talking about kinks and how there might not be a positive correlation between like experiences and such.
that's fair. It's not universally true. There's definitely things that are very taboo and extreme niches, but for many things, the brain crosses wires very easily. So very common one is fixation on breasts. That focus is less common in cultures where covering breasts is uncommon. That's fair. It's almost like, okay. I would hardly think that this is like cracking the code, but I wonder if the taboo is the point. Like it's one of those, okay. The crux of sexuality and attraction, in my mind, is very much human connection, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that the stuff that like you would find uncertain, like you would find some amount of uncertainty in, you would find attractive, right? Like this. Okay, let's say it's the okay, it's the appeal of the Konosuba girls. Shorthand is like verbal shorthand. The Konosuba girls suck. They are all very, very bizarre. Like, I think if you sincerely like looked at those characters and you're like, would I date this person? Fuck no. But because you're
Maybe
immediately,
darkness.
yeah, but the thing is, you're immediately being introduced to them at their most in like inane nonsense level. So like they almost become more attractive because they're not hiding anything. Like there's intimacy in the knowledge that you can share this taboo kink you have with someone. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Well, as someone who is happily married and in a partnership, yes, that intimacy takes many different forms. I am also one of the weirdos where I don't find sex to be that intimate. I find it more in the day-to-day, the sharing of information, and the ability to rely on someone.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think that's also a very ace perspective.
Probably.
Like that, like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, sex, whatever, who cares? Like, sure, it's,
Oh, no, that's not specifically. I enjoy sex. I think everyone should do it with their friends. However, I understand that there's a cultural taboo around that currently.
That's fair. But no, like when I think, You know, like when I think of like emotional closeness, I tend to think of kink more than sex. Because in my mind, there's that level of like, okay, you know, there's almost a there's almost a level of like, yeah, like this is something that we both know the culture at large thinks is strange, but we share it as a common interest. And there's like intimacy and community in expressing that. So like that, I almost wonder if like that is like the intrinsic like anthropological like starting point of kink is like, hey, what if sharing secret equal intimacy? Salutations.
It
Welcome on,
also
Kasai.
it also just depends. It also just depends on what you find to be intimate as well. Because, for example, growing up, I could not really be not intimate in terms of like sharing my feelings
we're
and
kind
how
of
I
right.
am
Sorry.
with people.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Welcome on,
You're
invaders.
good.
Good idea. For those who don't know, I'm Stark Morph to get Chaos Code Internet. Bright stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday, last year now, learn how to do some art. I'm currently working on a raffle piece to celebrate reaching 1K follows on Blue Sky. I'm being joined today by a IRL friend from college, Erratic Phoenix, and we're doing some art together. Dragon Raid here to steal your treasure. Welcome on in though. How's Donkey Kong Bonanza? Here, let me go and make sure you get the Twitch shouted as well. There we go. Perfect. Dragon Raid here to steal your treasure. No, it's those are my shinies. You can't take my shinies. You want to know what happened to the last person who took my shinies? They got turned into a Borb. Anyways, but yeah, hopefully you had fun with Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have returned.
Welcome back.
Doing DK was fun doing post-game challenges. Hell yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm realistically probably not getting a Switch 2. At least not within the next like 5 years.
I mean, unless you raise enough money for it.
Yeah, unless like something wild happens. It's unlikely. You've been showing off your shiny feathers? Maybe a bit. To be fair, I was a big fan of the piece D8. Did I repost that on my main? I can't remember.
When you did leather?
It wasn't leather, it was latex.
Oh, sorry, latex.
Yeah. I was like, wow. There's sometimes where it's like I guess I'm surprised when like I find out a friend is like, oh yeah, they are also into this
We're
thing.
rats. We're the rats.
Oh, so like the
your treasure
chat
is off
between
limits
me,
then?
you're good.
I thought Kasai and Swariel was allowed to spend it at their own discretion.
Nope. That's why Kasai and Swariel don't get paid. Because they tried to take my shiny. Welcome on to Balasar. Glad to have you sweeping. What were you saying?
Also because Starkey poor.
Yeah.
I know you would pay your folk if you could.
I really would. It's just like is not even remotely in the cards, unfortunately. Which sucks, but
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
well-
remember where we were in the conversation.
welcome on to Ruffles. Realizing that a friend you have is into a similar kink.
Oh, I mean that was basically what happened when you, me, and Amber started a Telegram chat.
That's fair. It is really, really funny. Like the difference of libido.
What? That you're the lowest?
Yeah. I'm just happy to be involved.
I mean, there's
It's
nothing
like-
wrong with that.
It's like here's sweaty, nude, furry man, and I'm just like, yes, I appreciate this. Stargate invested all your treasure in secrets. What secrets?
If they told you, it wouldn't be secret no more.
I hate it. You're right. It makes sense, but damn it.
So what are you drawing right now, Starkey?
So this is a raffle for reaching 1.1 I guess just 1.0k followers on Blue Sky. It is
Nice.
a fellow moderator of Pop Mutts, Beanie Shiba.
It's
Well,
looking great.
Back with dinner. Welcome back, Swariel. My mom said sex is a beautiful thing. Had to explain I'm not missing anything by not caring for it. I mean, okay, here's the fundamental thing about asexuality. Asexuality isn't I don't want to have sex ever. Asexuality is sex is not required, is not like a required part of my life. Retro bike? I'll be honest with you, I literally just I trace the bike. I'm not about to try to figure out mechanical things yet. That's outside of my pay grade as an artist.
We gotta get Starkey to draw Gundam next.
Oh my god. That would take forever.
They're
But
it's just
no.
a bunch of boxes.
Because like I imagine like the description I've read for asexuality that like I actually very much agree with is being asexual is like not needing to eat food to live. You can still enjoy food. You just don't like, you just get to be like, hey, I'm not I don't need to eat it to function. Which is I personally think very much an upside.
I mean, I enjoy being horny all the time myself, but I'm not gonna yuck
You
your
say
yum about it.
that. You say that, but you complain constantly about being horny at work.
Yeah, it's because I don't want to be at work.
That's fair. That's a good point. You know what? You're right.
If I wasn't at work, I wouldn't have to worry about it.
That's fair. Work is also just like a scam.
As Jacob Wysocki from Dropout has said, why can't we all just be mermaids chilling out underneath waterfalls?
I do not have context for why he said that, but I'm here for it. And me explaining if I never found a profound bond via sex that energy is elsewhere. I think that's like also just like a really good way of viewing, like, bonds and intimacy. Because like, as someone who is currently flying solo,
Rats.
sorry, what's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Kasai hasn't done wordily yet today. Am I allowed to kill one of his family members?
Crisp, no, you're not allowed to kill someone on Swariel's behalf. Swariel, you have to do it yourself. And I am not liable for whatever happens, legally speaking.
What about Chris' dragon boyfriend? Can they kill someone?
No, not after telling me. That's the thing. Is like I'm not the arbiter of what happens. That's why the amount of detailed Gundams have when they come out traditionally on cells before the digital made it easier. Only as a treat. You can have a little matricide as a treat. Oh wait, no shit. Matricide is specifically your own mother. Runs from Swariel.
No, it's just plain old. It's just plain old murder. Otherwise,
Don't worry, Camco only costs I has to do the Wordle. But yeah, where we're at?
we're juggling between sex and whatever. Talk about sex and kinks and whatever comes
Stay
out of
away
Crisp's
from my
mouth.
seeds.
Sorry, what's
I hid them
Chris?
myself. Oh crud. I just mentioned what I'm hiding from you.
I think I figured out what the secret that Locke spent all my money on is, and it's apparently seeds. Are you growing fucking pot? Because if so, give me some. Of course I say that, but I need to be clean until I can secure job in Canada. Even though I can't imagine any Canadian place would be like, oh yeah, you need to pass a drug test to be a software engineer. By the way, Starkey, guess what? What?
Rats. Where rats?
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Starkey, sir, have you seen my dragon boyfriend? And also, have you seen our hunting rifles for recreational criminal hunting?
I'm sorry, I didn't see your dragon boyfriend going on a recreational hunt with Dick Cheney. Does that joke still like scan to like the kids nowadays?
Probably not.
Damn it. weed is legal in Canada. Yeah, but like also like I know a lot of I don't necessarily know how common it is in Canada, but like here in the States, a lot of the times a hire will be dependent like a hiring contract will be dependent on passing a drug test.
It also depends on your position.
Yeah. I would get the Dick Cheney joke. He shot a man while going hunting. It was I believe someone he famously had a lot of beef with. I had to pass a drug test for my internship. Yeah, exactly. I had to do a drug test that had to explicitly exclude some substances because they're legal here. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm gonna wait. Don't tell anyone in case I invite them to my D&D campaign, but the people I roped in, I asked them what vibes they would like, and they are in for the most fun option for me to start from. They will not be okay. I forget if we were still in I forget if he was still in office for that. I believe he was. But yeah. So that's more or less why I'm like, yeah, I'll probably hold off. It sucks, but like I you know, I think like the current move in all things considered is serious enough where like I do want to, you know, I don't want to like sabotage it by doing something like that. You know, better safe than sorry and all that. Especially don't tell Soriel. Wait, he's where? I can read Kasai. But you know, we're talking about asexual. I think we're talking, you know, 7 tangents back on the fucking the
Tangent train.
the tangent train. You're talking about asexuality. It's pretty useful. It's pretty handy.
I mean, when I got together with my partner, one of the things that we talked about was because of me and my various traumas, I'm just like, I don't know what kind of partner I can and can't be. So for me, I couldn't even promise that we would be able to do sex because I am fluid averse.
Understandable.
I've largely gotten over it, thankfully, but I mean, these are just conversations you have.
Yeah. That is, I guess that like is the kind of the crux, I guess, for me of like kink versus intimacy versus sex. It's just like it's all communication ultimately. It's just like communication with, I guess, different intents. All right. These like leg pads are very, very difficult to draw and are trying my patience. Is this why people say they hate the line art layer? Or like they hate the line art phase?
Rats.
I mean, everyone has their own
rats.
reasons.
Where the rats?
Question: am I reading too much into this, but the internship wants me to work more hours, almost as to test me? Is this a test to see if they should hire me into their full-time position they just revealed to me today?
I'm reading this, but am I reading too much into this? The internship wants me to work more hours, almost as if to test me. Is this a test to see if they should hire me into their full-time position they revealed me? They just revealed me today. I think go in with the expectation of doing your best, and if it does turn out that you're hired onto a full-time position, that's great. And if not, you know, you don't get your, like, in general, what's the phrase? Disappointment is a result of improperly set expectations. If you move as if the answer is going to be no, and just keep doing it, and then like you're in for like a really nice surprise, you know, if it does turn out to be the case that like, oh, you know, like, oh, they actually did want to hire me. That's like the mentality I'm taking towards like Silksong. My current expectation for Silksong is that it's going to be a fun game, and I will enjoy it, and that's about it. That's like the only expectation I have set for it.
I hope you die.
Speaking of, who are you fighting?
I just died to is it the God Tamer?
Oh, the boss at the end of the Pantheon, or the
Correct.
the something of Fools. I can't remember.
Coliseum.
Coliseum of Fools. That's it.
Yeah, it ain't great.
Yeah, you can't really like out DPS that one. You kind of just like you have to.
I don't know how to fight it.
The answer is
This is the problem. This is the problem with putting a brand new boss at the end of a fucking 25 encounter thing.
yeah,
Or whatever it is.
Welcome on, no Shane. I'm glad I have you, Sweet Bean. So what I'm hearing is you're probably not going to want to do the Pantheon of Hallownest.
I'm also doing that. From everything I understand, Absolute Radiance is just Radiance but faster.
Kind of. Kind of. Either way, there will be more opportunities in the future. Exactly.
Don't push your like. At the end of the day, don't push yourself. Your health is not worth any position.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about them crossing boundaries, make that clear.
And of course, the big thing to remember is the concept of like the concept of corporate loyalty is more or less dead. Just like be like, you know, do good work, do what is expected of you, and if that is sufficient to get hired into a more advanced position, that's great. If I'm working more hours, as I enjoy this internship, what if it's the reverse cowgirl position? Isn't that just doggy style in space? Or maybe the Power Drive. I wasn't NASA that had to be like, yes, reverse cowgirl and reverse cowgirl and doggy style are the same sex position in space.
I'll be honest, this is the most like WASP coded question.
How dare you? It's clearly not WASP coded because it's about sex.
Sure.
I'm so bullied. I'm so bullied on my own stream. I got called a fucking
If we ever get a Starkey Stuffy and it makes noises, that's got to be the #1 line for it. That
so
and
bullied.
I'm not into vor.
Shut up.
Oh, shut up has to get on that list as well.
I say that that's false because the difference between the two is the origination of thrust. The truth is all SpaceX is just soaking. I hate that you're right. I hate that you're right.
Fun fact, sex is not just penetrative, so no.
That's fair. The concept of sex is very nebulous. What does and doesn't qualify as sex, I feel like, is different for each person.
Okay, I've been a little too serious. Got to get back to the old conversation. Do you think someone's given a hand job on the Virgin thing yet?
The Virgin.
The guy who's doing like the go to space flights. The thing that Katy Perry wasn't shutting up about.
Oh, like Virgin Airlines or whatever.
I don't think it's airlines, but there's
Virgin
the thing
Spaceflight or
you can
whatever?
pay. You can pay to go to space.
More like lose your Virgin Airlines. Not your virginity, lose the Virgin. We go on an airplane flight on that brand, and we arrive, and I'm just gone. I'm just faded from the ether.
Apparently, Starkey is a virgin. I did not know this.
I'm of course joking.
Are you?
Who? I'll never tell. If you hold hands, you might get someone pregnant. If Star gets a plush, I'm soaking it in milk and throwing it against a wall.
Oh, right. We're on a stream, so I can actually ask you this question now. So, what's the story behind that jar thing your brother sent the other day?
Oh my god. No! 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 You can't! Oh my god!
What's the matter, Starkey?
Okay. Do I even I feel like I'm in danger if I show the picture.
Oh, probably. You could draw a close approximation of it though.
Okay. So imagine a pyramid of jars. Imagine like a pyramid of jars. You know, with different anime figurines of characters from hit anime The 100 Girlfriends Who Love You
Who really
oh yes,
love
right,
you.
who really love you. Like just a full fucking pyramid of them. You know, just like they're just sitting in the jars. You know, anime, bloop bloop bloop. You know, and then a major sign you're a virgin. You can summon the Sanderson sisters on a Halloween night. What?
That is a Hocus Pocus reference.
Okay. But so imagine a pyramid of jars. You don't have to say more than that on twitch.tv. And then there's just legs. There's just legs. Like this is where the frame is. There's just legs. And if you can guess welcome on Kusa. Oh god, Kusa, no, run! Kusa, run! Can you get a shout out for Kusa? Also, I'm so sorry. But this is the kind of shit I get sent by my brother. If you ever want a Hocus Pocus is dug in on the virgin joke there. So if this if a single jar here is like, you know, it's like that, okay. It's, you know, you the original source is a single jar where they put a fucking pyramid of anime girls in jars between the legs. If you know the reference,
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
So this is the image I got sent by my brother. It was sent to the group chat with me, my brother, and Phoenix. And Phoenix was like, I don't recognize the reference. Oh, thank God, you're gonna be saved by the ads. Oh, thank God. The ads will save you. I guess. Hopefully you're having a great Friday. Phoenix, in his infinite foolishness, asked what this was in reference to, and I immediately was like, nope, that is, you do not want the answer. I promise you, you do not want the answer. I have Turbo. No! My explanation was Internet Pain Olympics thing. But why are you asking? Have you
question
heard
for me?
of an internet video called One Man, One Jar?
No, but I can assume what it means.
Yeah. Starkey's foiled by Twitch subscriptions.
Also, I know your viewers like you being tortured, so that's why I asked the question.
Fair enough. Fair. But yeah, it's like on the level of like One Man, One Hammer, Two Girls, One Cup. Like stuff that I'm aware of.
So the guy died afterwards, right?
No, he's. I think I imagine he's like alive. What can you do with one jar? It's not nearly enough to do canning.
Depends on how big the jar is.
Why have you doomed us all? Cam, cool
Me?
with that question. But no. Basically, can't really talk about it on Twitch because, yeah, Pain Olympics thing. That's the kind of shit I have to deal with, by the way. This is the
I don't
curse.
send you anything on that level.
This is the fucking curse of understanding. It was like, oh, Starkey, it must be so fun being smart. It's not. You're never allowed to forget. I can never forget the shit that I have seen.
Oh, so when I hit an
My
enemy,
condolences for
I
knowing that
regain my
phrase.
double jump. Huh. That's good to know.
Oh,
By the way, my Twitch ad is just commercial break in progress.
Yep, that'll happen. But no, it's just fucking... By the way, don't look that up. Don't look it up. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Like I know I usually do like the bit, like the oh, it's, you know, don't look it up, it's pretty bad. It's like, no, but like sincerely, do not fucking look that up. It sucks. It's bad. It only will hurt you. I almost butt-dialed the cops. I thought the phone dial noise was part of the song. Welcome on, Brianna. Also, welcome on Cyberventure. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, the internet is a mistake.
I mean, it's not a mistake. It's just humanity. That's just how humanity be.
Yeah, it's an old internet shock thing. But depending on how old you are, there are very many names I could reference.
I mean, there's a reason why the Jackass films are, you know, basically proto YouTube shenanigans.
Yeah. The internet's the Wild West. What I think is really fucking funny. So former Achievement Hunter star Ray Narvaez Jr. After leaving Rooster Teeth is like I believe made streaming his full time thing.
Yeah, that's why you left it originally.
on Twitch. His official fucking website, it was raynarvaezjr.com, and I don't know if it's still the case, but definitely for at least a decade, it was just Meatspin. It would just redirect you to a page where you were shown Meatspin. Which it's really funny how well that one's aged, because I sincerely don't know that Meatspin would even qualify anymore as being like genuinely shocking. Jackass 4 had me wondering when this is this no longer an extreme gag but a form of torture after the bear scene. I've not seen a single Jackass movie, so I am unaware of what the bear scene is. That one's just quaint nowadays, exactly.
I'm not gonna say it's quaint, but I mean, there are people that do far more stupid. It's stupid. Things themselves for internet fame.
Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine sent me burger dog lewds. I need that jar pyramid to retaliate. What the fuck is burger dog? No, you know what? No, I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I will time you out if you try to put that in the fucking chat. Oh god, Jackets movies. Fun fact, actually, I have seen the lowest rated movie on IMDb. We're back to Cupcake. You know what? This is very fitting in for the conversation we had up to this point.
Look, I would include more things, but I was currently in the middle of a Coliseum fight.
That's fair. Also, I feel like I've accidentally taken a little bit of like inspiration from the way Kusa draws like snouts and heads. I look at this and I'm like, this is very reminiscent of Kusa. Not at all intentionally, mind, but
You're that Kusa, you're influential.
They tricked one of the members to be locked into a chair with a salmon on his lap and put a grizzly inside the room. That's not I lurk in your subconscious. The goo merging has begun. Welcome on, Baldur Hina. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'll be honest with you. That's no longer a prank. That is a genuine attempt on someone's life to put them in a room tied to a chair with a salmon in their lap and a grizzly bear. That is not a prank. You are trying to kill someone. It's just a prank, bro. I say pulling out the Beretta from I say pulling the Beretta off of the window from the old dormitory in the middle of Texas before being tackled and shot to death. Actually, I don't even know if it was a Beretta. I don't know enough about the JFK assassination. They had a chain on the bear, but still, what fucking chain is gonna hold a bear?
A bicycle chain.
Fuck off with that shit. No, the fucking bear is gonna break the chain or the wall. It's a bear.
Oh, what if it was a nice bear?
Yeah, okay, that is a good point. It's specifically, I think, because it's a grizzly bear. If it were a black bear, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. You chose one of the. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I looked up. It wasn't a grizzly. Okay, what kind of bear was it then? Because if it was a black bear or like a Kermode bear, like the two you don't pick are you don't pick grizzly and you don't pick polar bears because those are like one of the only species that isn't naturally afraid of humans, and B, something that actively sees humans as prey.
Maybe it was a sun bear.
Polar bears actively see humans as prey. You know what? You know what? Fuck you. Happy Vor Day puts you in the polar bear enclosure. That does mean that technically, of all of the animals, polar bears should be the vorniest. Like, of all of the animal sonas, polar bears should... reasonably, you would expect that polar bears should be the vorniest, but they're not. Not all bears think that. I say all this, but I would rather still... I would still pick the bear over the man. Check Discord. Send a picture of the scene.
Seriously, I swapped to drawing, and that's when you wake up and decide to lay on my stuff?
That's a black bear. Yeah, like that's a black bear. Black bears are they're not harmless, but like they aren't people killers. They're basically like wolves from the perspective of like, oh, you know, like how genuinely dangerous they are to people. It's like as long as you're not putting them in a situation. Nope, that's weird. I'm not looking at Burger Dog any more than I have to. What if I'm both Starkey? What, like a bear and a people killer?
Starkey, as a reminder, send Kasai the jar thing.
A bear and a person? Yeah, you qualify as a bear. I was trying to think of like what your body type is like. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely bear. All right, the question is like, how far up is the jar? All right, where's Kasai?
It shouldn't be that far.
Here's your jar pyramid. Here's your 1-man 6 jars. I'm like low on the bear slider, I think. No, you're definitely Kusa, you're definitely a bear. You did like in on the binary scale of bear to not bear, you're 100% bear. You got the thickness, and you got the you. I think I want to say you were wearing like a shoot, what are they called? Like a tank top at MFF, and you got the hair, you got the body hair. I'm not as large as some bears, but trust if I get back in swimmer shape, I've got too much hair to be anything but an otter. That's fair. I like a bit of body hair. I'll admit that much. I'm partial to it. I got like a little bit. I got enough where I'm definitely like not I'm not smooth.
I'm staying quiet because I know what you look like.
That's fair. I think I'd have more hair if I had less belly. I mean, that seems like it could be a worthwhile trade-off. Oh, Dragantel, thank you for subscription for 22 months. Enjoy the afternoon emoji, Sweet Bean. I recognize that
13
emote
start.
style. I can't remember who it is. That's Drakita, right? Or rather, I definitely know Drakita at least also got something in that style. I can't remember who does them though.
Also,
Shout out for
Starkey, didn't
Giganta?
you just get two new emotes?
Yeah, we did. We got Starkey 17 Thingies, and we got Starkey 17 Clap.
What do they look like?
All right. All right, Mister.
Oh no!
Gonna make me show off my fucking new
Oh
emotes.
no! Oh no!
There you go. Have some thingies. Oh, and thank you, Ilianos, for the 10 biddies. And then here's the thingies to go with the clap.
Well, that's just adorable. Who did those?
That was done by Mirrorung. Thank you for the 10 biddies, you sweet bean. Mirror did a really, really good job on those. They both turned
Yeah.
out super duper cute.
I love how big your goggles are compared to the rest of you.
I mean, to be fair, that is the oh, congrats, Ilianos, on getting the 1K badge. I actually don't have a whole lot of bit badges set up. Mostly just because.
What are bit badges?
So bit badges. So you get a, or sorry, not bit badge. I guess to be fair, bit badge is technically the term for it. But so there's two ways to get emotes from a channel. Either subscribe, in which case you get a bunch of emotes, or if you give enough bits, you unlock special emotes,
Okay.
which are separate from the subscriber emotes. In this case, Ilianos now has forever the coconut borb.
Well, that's adorable.
I need to. That one actually was done by Fox Thief Bran. he was just like, yeah, here's a coconut borb, and I'm like, yes, my coconut borb. Oh yeah, no, I definitely am a big fan of those like those like, you know, the walking with big chest energy. The one that Giganta posted when he streams this. Did we get this shout out for Giganta, by the way? Let me make sure. We did not. Chat mods. Swariel grabs you, holds you. Shout out the big Durg. There's a hot pan opening across the street. Hiss, how dare. There's a hot pot opening across the street from my place, and I plan on going in when it opens, and I blame you. I will say, hot pot's great. Do a little research on how to do hot pot properly before you do go in. It's the kind of thing where it's like, it's most fun with friends, but also like there is, you know, it's like the way I learned how to do hot pot was with Erratic Phoenix and his partner showing me how to approach it. There is a bit of a learning curve, but like once you get over it, I think I genuinely it's like one of my favorite ways to eat food.
Hey, Stark, you want to get off topic for a bit?
Sure.
Let's explain how hot pot works.
So it depends on the place, but the general crux of hot pot is that you have usually there's like a buffet of vegetables, and then there'll be meat, which is either also served buffet style or you specifically request it. So it'll be like very, very thinly sliced meat.
Okay.
So say, okay. Thanks, Cam Gold. I almost dropped your first name. But yeah, so veggies, meat, and then you choose like a broth, and then what is in my part the most important is the sauce station. The basic idea is that you want to get the pot boiling, you know, bubbles, basically simmering like lowly, and then you put in, the vegetables, the seafood, whatever that's going to take a bit to cook. Veggies meet in the back and make sauce. But you put in like, vegetables or whatever. And then, you let those cook for a bit. But also, since the meat that they usually serve is like very, very thinly, like they're thin like little meat tubes. The idea is that you can grab them in your chopsticks and then you swish them around the hot pot and it'll basically like insta-cook. So like, you put it in there, make sure that like it's not like, you want to avoid like if it's chicken, you don't want any pink. If it's beef, you don't want any red. You basically grab it in chopsticks and then you put it in there. You just swirl it around until it's done. And the meat cooks super duper fast. So like while you're cooking your vegetables, you can cook your meat, and then you want to dip it into the sauce afterwards and then eat it. And like that's this basic structure of a hot pot. Starkey likes the meat tubes. I'm actually more partial to fish.
I actually really like the meat tubes more than Starkey.
Like
Starkey very much enjoys his whitefish. A nice variety of veggies.
Yeah. I definitely veggie load like real hard when I go get hot pot because it's like my favorite way to eat vegetables. Because it's basically like poaching it. Like you're basically getting en masse poached vegetables. And then you dip it in the sauce and it's delicious. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Like I said, it is definitely a lot more fun if you go with friends. Also, there we go. You're free from the time loop menace. I eat a lot of spinach to compensate for low red meat diet. Hey, guess what you can put in hot pot? Fucking spinach. That shit slaps in hot pot. What?
I'm just laughing.
Are you laughing at
I'm
me
also
being excited
pulling-
about hot pot?
No, I'm laughing at what I'm trying to figure out what I want to draw.
Sure. I'm kidding. But no. It's definitely it's a lot more fun with friends. Or just like anyone that you want to spend like it's almost like a combination like meal and like event. It's like because like you end up like sitting there for a bit to like cook. So like you end up, you know, passing a little bit of time just being like, yeah, like let's just talk about like whatever. I've had undercooked chicken before, and would it be bad to say I kind of preferred it that way? Yes, for your own health and well-being, I would say that that is in fact quite bad. But no, like I to be fair, I can kind of do I tell the raw chicken story?
Sure.
Okay. So to preface this story, I was like I think like in year 3 of 5 of my college existence, I was actively like constantly incredibly depressed. Where can I acquire chicken that's safe raw? Japan. So like I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck about life anymore. So me, my brother, and my sister went to a. Is Buffalo Wild Wings like a national chain, or is that like local to the Midwest?
National.
Okay, we went to a Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, I ordered wings. I got the what are they called? The boneless, because I'm like that's just more wing per wing. So I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. The wings came. I cut halfway into it. I didn't check the wing because I'm like, of course it's cooked. Why wouldn't it be? I ate the wing, and then my sister was like, hey, Starkey, did you eat the other half of that wing just now? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it's fucking raw. And then we called over the fucking manager, and she was like, hey, the food we got was raw. And there's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Like, let me go ahead and fuck it. Like, let me comp your appetizer that we got. And then my fucking exhausted, depressed ass after he left was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to eating. And I reached for the raw chicken wing. And my sister was like, Starkey, you don't fucking do that. So yeah, I luckily I didn't get food poisoning, so it can't have been that bad. You know, I've eaten raw chicken. So like that, you know, that I think that's like my worst, like that's the story I think I have that makes me look the most fucking unhinged.
Sure.
Okay, what's your recommendation for that story then?
I'm not giving up any of your personal details, my
Fair
friend.
enough. I respect that.
I will go with a nice simple one where you were part of the group that decided to buy machetes because they were only $7.
We did do that. We did do that. I did buy $7 machetes.
Did you need a $7 machete?
Needs a strong word.
Do you still have the
I've
$7
used it. I
machete?
do still have that $7 machete.
And what? Oh, you used it. What did you use the $7 machete for, Starkey?
Breaking down wasps' nests that I sprayed with wasp stuff.
Wouldn't that be more of a hammer situation, Starkey?
Good question.
Next
Yep.
question.
I got boneless wings of Dave and Buster that I discovered with chicken nuggets. Whole life felt like a lie. I'm using machetes like a cooking knife. I do either. It's a wasp nest, so like there's actually like because they were small ones. There's no like actual structure. Starkey wants to no, it's not dissect. It was just like to knock them down, so that way I could stomp on them. Because it's basically just paper. So like once you get it down, you just kind of like step on it and it just flattens.
Where the
What's it, Chris?
If you check DMs, you will understand the severe confusion I've been flashbanged by.
Raw chicken safe to eat by you on so it's Kasai looking up on DuckDuckGo raw chicken safe to eat by, and the first search result is XNXX MMS HD video porn videos.
Where the rats?
What?
OMG, is that cupcake
I mean,
glorious
raw.
moans that are blessings,
So,
my bussy?
I guess.
Royal 15, oh Royal 15, oh Royal 15, oh
cornflake
Royal
girl.
15, oh Royal 15,
Actually,
oh
now I have a
Royal
question.
15, oh
Starkey,
Royal 15, oh Royal
chicken
15,
soda,
oh
yes or
Royal
no?
15, oh.
Chicken sona? Like in regards
Like, would you be into that?
I could see okay. Chicken sona not so much, but rooster sona absolutely.
I consider them the same thing.
That's fair. I mean, listen, I grew up in the Foghorn Leghorn era. I'm not immune to the propaganda of my youth.
Okay, how about this? Foghorn Leghorn or Roadrunner?
Foghorn Leghorn. No, Is there people out there who sexualize the Roadrunner?
Starkey.
I mean, okay, listen.
Starkey.
Okay, but like even more so than like most things that get sexualized. I feel like the Roadrunner's Turbo Twink, I guess that makes sense. 100% yes. Let's see, internet. Yes, there are people that sexualize the Roadrunner. It's because I'm just like, okay, who's out here fucking sexualizing the Roadrunner? It's like, you know?
Starkey, I've seen Tweety Bird smut.
Yeah, but Tweety Bird's also a character. I'm too ace to understand this.
Bull fucking shit.
Like, not
Don't
vor
use that as
cannibalism.
Don't use that as your. Don't use that as
There's
your
fucking-
excuse.
The Roadrunner does not have a personality. There is nothing to get attached to. Oh my God, so have you
Roadrunner
seen actual...
is a type of bird. Go ahead,
Yeah,
sorry.
Roadrunners are like an actual type. I haven't seen one in real life, but I have seen them.
I've seen one in real life. I saw it at a zoo.
Nice. There's provably
They're
people
fun-
that had
they're fun
fucking
looking
normal
birds.
Snake Man.
I mean, yeah.
Is there a missing? Is it? There's provably people that would fuck a normal snake, comma man, or are you
What do you
implying
think?
that there's a normal snake man that people would fuck? Okay, I was right. I was right that there was a missing comma. But yeah, no, that does make sense. I don't know, man. Like for me, like sexualizing the Roadrunner is like the equivalent of like, yeah, I'm gonna sexualize this fucking pot from Legend of Zelda. You know? It's
Which pot?
Okay, fine. The one from Ocarina of Time, like the standard pot that you pick up as Child Link.
Well, that involves a child, so absolutely not.
Alexander and Elden Ring exists. God damn it. God damn it, you make an extremely compelling point. Welcome on Akaborb. Also, welcome on Advice. Hello, Freight Chat. I'm a toaster with a gun. Don't mind the gun. It's fine. Just as long as you don't touch any of my knives or my shinies. Breath of the Wild blessed us with the Lionel redesigns. Would you sexualize this creature? Okay, what could this possibly be?
I'm assuming it's on TikTok, so I'm not clicking it.
I presumably this is a video of an actual Roadrunner. Okay. the gun will help anyway. Yeah. The gun unfortunately is of very little utility here. I mean, Game Grumps made a song about sexualizing Kitchenware in Elden Ring. Yeah. To be fair, there's definitely people who would just fuck Alexander. Oh, we aren't allowed to touch Starkey Shiny. Nope. Not allowed to touch any of the shiny. Ooh,
I have yet to see Starkey's partial, so no, we're not allowed to.
Listen, I just fucking forget, man. Just tell me to bring it over.
I do.
Fucking remind me then before I leave on our usual hangout days. You're so cute. Look at the happy boyo. He's a Roadrunner. It is really funny the degree to which it's so difficult. He wags his tail. Yeah, the little tail wags. I love him. He's so excited. He's so excited about his Lakecorn. The little tippy taps. Cause like Phoenix, you have a pet bird. Like,
yep, they're currently chattering away in the background right now.
Yeah. Are they I'm assuming they have like specific like little signs of like happiness, right?
Yeah.
Cuz like with birds have like a very like, you know, if you're only used to like dogs and cats, birds express affection in a very very different way.
Mhm.
But you know, I love the little bird. I would love to have a bird at some point. But I also recognize that is a lifelong commitment.
I will flat out say, don't. They're a mistake. They are arguably the most fragile pet you can own.
Wretch.
That's fair.
Where the
What's up, Chris?
Starkey, people want to get fucked by a Colgate toothbrush. How are you still surprised by the things people sexualize?
Wait, did people draw Rule 34 of the Colgate toothbrush? Sometimes birds will fuck anything.
Starkey don't get asked questions you know the answer to.
Fair enough. Starkey, Starkey, the game update, everything exists. The game date everything? Oh, date. My brain did not fucking interpret that properly. My brain was like, the game date. Like, what's the fucking game date? Everything? Wait, what, the game date for everything?
Everywhere.
Oh, you didn't know about the Colgate toothbrush? I don't remember. I don't think I've ever seen it now. Yeah, sometimes birds will fuck anything. That's like, I was gonna make the point that it's actually like really funny, like trying to figure out how to get birds to breed in captivity, because birds will routinely be more attracted to people than other birds. It's like a well-known thing specifically with like birds that are like hatched. That's like why people will have like fucking like they'll have like bird puppets that they use while feeding like new like hatchlings, so that way that the bird might grow up and be attracted to other birds and not people. Which in my mind is just very, very funny. Can we restart Starkey since he's breaking live on stream? And yeah. Cause you
Starkey, do you ever just pop some magnets like Tic Tacs?
Nah. Like I said, I'm trying to pass the drug test. Do you think magnets aren't going to show up in a drug test? We don't even know how they fucking work.
Stairs.
Motherfucking magnets, how do they work?
Didn't realize you were a gigolo, Starkey.
I do know about that toothbrush scene. My brother, when I was like too young, when I was too young, showed me the Monogatari toothbrushing scene. Weed is legal in Canada. I know, but like, I don't fucking. Do I need to like?
Starkey doesn't want to risk it.
The question is like, when they do drug tests in Canada, does it show up? Like, do they test for
Is that what they're testing for?
Yeah.
I made the proportions for this chicken way off, but whatever.
What's the cyber? What is this?
Where the rats?
What's up, Chris?
The Colgate toothbrush is the toothbrush that Tana Mongoose got fucked by.
Tana Mongoose? Who the? You know what? Never mind. I do not care. At this point, I've learned that like if it's a name I don't recognize, I just cannot bring myself to give even the remotest fuck. Is this American or Canadian weed? Starkey, look at Discord. I'm never finishing this page.
This is what happens when you try to do long.
Rats.
Remember, if you want to kill Starkey for good, just use an E and E.
Her actual name is Tana Mongo. Is this okay? Okay, so it's some angry mango shit from fucking Fate. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
This is what happens when you try to do long form pieces on Streambed.
Apparently, I'll just get sick of me doing line work, and you're like, we must do everything in our power to distract Starkey. How to get the rat to speak in other languages? I think that there's a document online, like from Miss Jackie, regarding how to use the SSML tags. Because Crisp uses BikuBot. There we go. But no, fucking... okay, so I did see... Because Brionic sent me Doug. I have seen Doug from Date Everything. I'm well aware of Doug. I don't know why anyone would want to date their existential dread, but like, you know... I fucking dealt with that shit enough in real life. I don't got to deal with that fucking shit in video games, man. Yeah, I'll never make killing dog jokes, but killing bird jokes all the time. Yeah, it's because Twitch chat holds against me a deep grudge and much violence.
No, Starkey's just the most bullied special little boy out there.
Shut up. Yeah, but he's hunky. This is some like Leo level of like ignoring the red flags.
This is an Echo character, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I promise you can do better out there. You don't have to settle for the hot man who exists only to like make your life worse.
I'll do a lion. That sounds fun.
Lion. Lions are good. And it is Vor Day.
What does that have to do with anything?
Every single lion's into Vor. I've yet to meet a lion sona who isn't into Vor.
I don't get it, but okay.
I've asked one about this, and it's apparently just a thing of choosing, like, it's the thing that happens because you chose a big cat sona. You chose a large carnivore, therefore into Vor.
So tigers.
I guess. You know? I didn't ask any clarifying questions. I definitely know it's the case for lions, at least.
Look at his big pobs.
Oh shit, me! I forgot about this thing. Okay.
Why is that the tagline of this article? God damn it.
What? Do I even want to know?
Lionesses prefer brunettes, which means Scar was more attractive than Mufasa.
I mean, damn right he was.
You're just saying that because you're gay and you like theater kid energy.
Yeah. Good night, Stark. You have feelings to do? For sure. Go take care of yourself. Thank you for hanging out, you sweet bean. Can we get another shout out for Darv before he leaves? You sweet bean. Go have some good rest. Go take care of whatever tasks are yet to be handled today. I have no idea what that is. Megalovania x Wet Hands x Sweden. Before I leave. Anytime it's like I'm leaving, but also before I leave, I'm like immediately my brain's like anxiety. I don't know why my brain enters anxiety mode, but it does.
Because they can just leave something for you to suffer through without them having to be here.
It's fair. That's fair. That's a good way to put the pieces together. All right. Line art. This is a certified line art day.
Is it because you didn't want to draw a War Piece?
So any movies you're looking forward to, Starkles? I don't watch movies. No, it's not because I'm not drawing a War Piece. Again, like, I need to learn the basics before I start breaking them for kink reasons.
No, you don't. You can literally just draw anything. It doesn't have to be good.
That's fair.
You don't even have to finish pieces. You can just do quick sketches. We could do a draw pile right now.
That's fair. That is a fair point, actually. But no, I don't really watch... Stark, did you see a new Spooderman movie got announced? Oh, yay, more Marvel. Or rather, like, it's... I guess to be fair, it's Sony, so there is hope. I think with a hydrate.
But it's also still Marvel.
Is it still Marvel? God damn it.
It's both. It's a partnership.
I cannot bring myself to give even the remotest fuck about Marvel. I have been like this for the last, like...
Because it's partially the hating on the cool thing.
I promise you, it's not that. I know I listen. I know I do the hipster thing a lot. I recognize that, but like I just struggle so deeply to give even the remotest fuck about something that is so Like, I guess to be fair, I get burnout a lot faster on things being oversaturated than a lot of people do. I looked at the Marvel movie list and I'm like, that's too much. This is too much shit. You can't genuinely expect me to engage with this much bullshit. It's not even like, oh, it's homework. It's like, I just get overwhelmed by the fact that you have like 17 movies that come out every fucking year. It's like, even if I did keep up, how... that's like a lot of fucking that's a lot of brain power and resources to watch your fucking your movies. To be fair, that's also kind of why I'm like taking a step back from Magic the Gathering.
Where the rats?
What's up, Crisp?
Alright, Starkey, what do you care the least about popular franchise-wise about Star Wars, Avatar, the one with the shitty blue people, or the Magoo?
Do I care the least about Star Wars, Avatar, or the MCU? I like, there's so much apathy in my soul for all three of those things. I genuinely couldn't tell you. Like, it's like being asked to pick between like 3 different 1-inch sections of the same string. There's no difference. It's the same fucking thing, just packaged by different people. I do not care.
Starkey, what's your favorite Disney property?
Property? Property.
It can just be a movie. I just use that to include the oeuvre.
Okay. I guess in regards to like my favorite thing that Disney has put out recently is probably Encanto. I very much enjoyed Encanto. I think you should give Fantastic Four a chance since you don't have to watch the other IPs to get it. It was super refreshing. Yeah, but it's just like, why? The market is so like, okay. Here, Encanto is 4 years old. It has Pedro Pascal. Here's okay. Here, let me let you in on a secret about me as a person. I get really saturated on things like pieces of media very, very quickly. If it doesn't present like, okay.
Like Hollow Knight?
Yeah, okay. So Hollow Knight, I think, has enough, like, there is enough uniqueness area to area and encounter to encounter that, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you know, I'm genuinely enjoying my time. Like, I feel like a lot of my time spent replaying Hollow Knight was appreciating it in different senses. Like the Iron Man runs forcing me to actually like give a shit about dying instead of just flinging my body at the wall, or the speed runs actually making me care about like, you know, routing and where I'm going in the world. So it ends up being different lenses on the same piece of media. I look at every Superman thing, or like every superhero thing, and I'm just like, it's all the fucking same. There's been no superhero things that I've heard of or seen or experienced personally where I'm like, and I guess to be fair, like, I think that's why I enjoyed Encanto so much, is because it's superhero things, but the point of superhero isn't. Oh, what's up, Crisp? Nope. I don't think the bot likes non-Latin letters. Because it's like, Superman has cool nanomachine content. Yes, but I'm also just like, okay. How do I... Okay.
Sparky does not like the popular thing. And when his feed gets filled with it, it fills his glass very quickly for his tolerance of it.
Okay, that is... I balk a little bit at the idea that I don't like the popular thing. Because I can enjoy the popular thing. The problem is the popular thing becomes very oversaturated very quickly. Like
K-pop?
Like K-pop? Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is genuinely like really good because ultimately it's a piece of media that is a movie that approaches a genuinely interesting topic from a new angle. And has, you know, good music, good animation, all that stuff. Like, okay. When like imagine like, you know, a glass being someone's like tolerance to handle like some bullshit, you know? Like it's like, okay, this is someone's, you know, love of Superman. You know? It's like as Superman keeps coming, eventually the glass is gonna fill up to the top and overflow, and like that's them stopping giving a shit about Superman, you know? The problem is, if this is a normal person's glass, this is my glass. This is my glass. It's a fucking thimble. Like, why is Superman coming? Did I accidentally say Superman was coming?
Yes, you did.
God fucking damn it. God damn it. Why is Superman coming? I give up. The metaphor is dead. The metaphor is dead. I'm also dead. Farewell. I need to test you. Do you like flannel? And what's your opinion on film versus digital or MP3 versus analog? I like flannel. And I think that film, like, okay, there's not intrinsic value based on like how a medium is stored. I think if you're going for something, he's coming and filling a jar, apparently.
Callback. Callbacks are great.
I hate it here.
This is the audience you cultivated.
Don't you fucking throw Pikmin at me!
Oh, you're gone forever, eh?
God damn it. Anyways. The bird has left the nest. Okay. Are we just killing me? Is that what's happening? Man of
You
steel,
requested
aluminum,
it.
tissue, paper, bucket of iron. Shut the fuck up. You know what? I'm so sorry, Beanie. We've gone so fucking far off the rails.
We're on rails.
You know, good point. That's a good point. Anyways, I'm dead. Yo, I'm dead.
Spin! Spin!
You know, this might be some of the most chaotic energy you guys have brought in a hot minute.
Spin!
Apparently, I need to fucking make unintended like innuendos much more frequently.
Spin!
I mean, you do. I just don't call them out. Me?
I mean, fair, most of the time it's intended. Where's the Borb? I actually have no. Oh, there's the Borb. the Borb is coming in for a cuddle.
Fun fact: Starkey loves cuddles.
I do like cuddles. They're nice. Anyways, Spins on Starkey's corpse. I have a headache, so I am now the most sane chat member right now. Okay.
I am so sorry.
Coming Starkey sounds poopy. Sign me up.
The bird has left the nest. I
That's
repeat, the
impressive.
bird has left the
It's
nest. And Superman is coming.
I hate it here.
Ha 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 ha.
Look,
it's
ha, ha,
honestly
ha,
not.
ha, ha.
I mean, to be fair, I pride myself in being a good hugger and a good cuddler.
On
So-
God. I heard about your body count.
Now that we've detoured to my fucking mental breakdown, I can get back to the point I was trying to make. We're just like,
Starkey, what's a kink that you've never told Chad that you're into?
okay, if I...
Oh, I just tried to zoom in on a piece of paper again.
We're the rat.
What's up?
Ha ha come. Ha ha poopy. Ha ha fart. Ha 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 come poopy. Am I funny?
Crisp. That's me. That's my fucking... You can't steal my bit, Crisp. Anyways, now that I'm bringing the conversation forward, if this is someone else's capacity to give a shit about the newest superhero, whatever, this is mine. I get so saturated so quickly because in my mind, like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I am so fucking, like, trope poisoned that, like, I actually get bored of media really fucking quickly. Like I get bored of movies really quickly because I'm like, okay, I can see where this is going. It's a big reason why I'm a huge hater of what's called the liar revealed plot. Is because every single fucking one of them is massively predictable and boring as shit. Like I loathe the liar revealed plot lines. That like every that end up just being like Starkey leaves the theater. Whenever I like a series, I reflexively forget it exists when I'm caught up because the content can't keep up.
We're
What's up,
the
Chris?
rats.
What are your thoughts on insert movie that's as deep as a puddle that can be predicted from the first trailer and is just franchise bait?
Like that's the fucking thing. It's like, okay, if you showed me like a superhero thing like once every 3 to 4 years, I'll probably sit down and enjoy it. But if you showed me like back to back to back, if you showed me like 2 superhero things in a month, I'm leaving. I'm bored. I'm literally gonna be on my phone the entire movie. You want to watch me read all the Baki within 48 hours? It's like, it's, I don't necessarily know if it's just like, if it's just a me thing, but every time that happens, I'm just like, I am so fucking, like I try not to be curmudgeonous about it.
That's a big word.
I'd like,
I'm making sillies, but I understand what you're trying to say.
We're rats. We're the
What's up, Chris?
rats.
Starkey, what does Cam Cool eat for breakfast? Pancakes.
excellent. Oh, fucking son of a bitch.
It's fun to poke. It's fun to poke at your frustrations, but I do think they are legitimate.
Yeah. That's like every time someone's like, "Oh, yeah, Marvel, whatever," and I'm just like, great. I'm sincerely glad that you are able to enjoy Marvel. I fucking can't. You know?
It's why whenever we have shared interests that you're currently just sick of, I try to keep it in check. There's a reason why I don't bring up Magic that often with you, for example.
Yeah. So like
In terms of playing it's different than in terms of like indulging in the new thing, etc.
yeah, like and also like it kind of in vocalizing this, I actually have come to realize why I personally didn't enjoy why I personally was like, I don't really care that much about Avatar, is because it's very much that like it is very much that trope heavy writing where it's like, of course the the hero will realize that the destruction of nature and natural groups and indigenous tribes is bad, and he'll switch sides, and there'll be a betrayal, and it'll be like, oh, it's a big fight of blah blah blah.
We're talking blue people, right?
Yes, blue people Avatar.
Okay.
Like that's
I mean,
the plot points are so banal that like they just come and go without me caring.
To play devil's advocate here, someone who hasn't seen it, two of the reasons why people really like it is, one, it is there for the special effect progression.
Yeah.
And two, from a mainstream looking at it type of situation, it is newer than what you are currently exposed to because you are alt culture.
I guess so. And like, again, don't get me like wrong. Like there, also thank Ferocious Flame for the follow. Welcome to Live Check. Let have you, Sweet Bean. I promise I'm not usually this complainy.
He usually is.
Shut. How dare you? How dare you?
You shouldn't lie to your followers. They need to know what they're here for.
What do you mean? This is gaslighting. I hate it here.
According to you, this is bullying.
Oh my god, welcome on in, Raiders! Yeah, I'll be right
Stuffy,
back.
how can you not like shitty franchise movie? It has insert shittier lister actor.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be muting Chris, but welcome on in, Raiders! Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm Stark Morph, Big Chaos Free Internet. Bryce stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday for the last year and a half, I've been learning to do smart. I'm currently doing a raffle for reaching 1,000 follows on Blue Sky. So this is for Beanie Shiba, who is a heckin' friend and super sweet bean. That's not a dragon. Oh, sorry, I muted Chris.
HLLOISTHISWIRDTHISHISHUHMAYBETHISISTIOLONG.
Wing Dragon. Thank you so much for bringing everyone over. Yeah, we're currently doing some art. And then this is the first time I've ever done like motorcycles and also bodysuits, so there's there's some weird stuff going on, but thank you so much for bringing everyone over. If you got to do the like stream recovery, I completely get it. But yeah, like hopefully or it ended up going well. All right, let me go and unmute. Hello, I've returned.
I mean, I'm the one returning as I am pulled out of the box again.
Yes, puts you in the box. What kind of movies get you amped, Starkey? Here's the thing. I never go into a movie with excitement. I think fundament. What?
I was gonna say, instead of approaching it from that angle, approach it. What are things you have recently enjoyed?
Yes. Well, because I think there's also a point like to be made of like I don't. For me, I generally prefer media that's like interactive. So like movies end up, I do have a tendency to like my ADHD kicks and I just like, I'm like, oh, let me check my phone for it real quick. And I get, I get distracted and I check back in and it's like 7 major plot points happen and I feel bad.
Like books.
Yeah. But like, in terms of movies recently that have made me genuinely like, because I actually do feel like I've watched a lot of more movies recently.
Rats. Where the rats?
I promise to take good care of your community. Thank you so much for trusting them. And you have a wonderful evening, okay?
THISISDOOLONG.
There we go. Thank you, Chris. Crisps. Playing Deltarune has fucked up my brain because I now keep calling Crisp Crisp.
Rats. Where the rats?
It looked like
Okay,
you're having a lot
sorry,
of fun
that
with
was the last time.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Ferocious. Anyways, in terms of movies that I've genuinely been enjoying, because I actually do feel like I've been enjoying movies more recently than I normally do. Hold up. Actually, let me. No, shoot. Because I actually feel like I've watched a lot of movies recently that were really good. The night where you showed me back to back to back the Barbie movie and Kanto and Coco still sticks in my mind as being like the single most brutal thing anyone has ever done to me.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
But yeah, no, the Barbie movie and Kanto and Coco was a pretty brutal night, but I definitely enjoyed watching all three of those. What in the world?
No, kitty cat, you're not allowed to leave because I'm still drawing this alligator and you're going to step on my hand.
I'm struggling to figure out how Clip Studio Paint tools work. But yeah, if I had to pick top 3 movies recently, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once definitely goes on that list. I think it's the top of the list. It's my all-time favorite movie currently. Encanto is up there. I think Encanto's number 2, and then number 3 I think is like a Bad Times at the El Royale.
Glass Onion or
I forgot about
Knives
Glass Onion and
Knives Out.
Knives Out. Yeah, both of those definitely go on there as well. How is this? Okay. How does Clip Studio Paint tools work?
What tool are we talking about?
The fucking the line tool, like the curved line tool.
Okay, so make that.
The question is like, how do I get it to stop drawing the lines?
Double click.
Okay. You ever see a movie doing movie more than once in theaters? Going to be doing that this weekend, viewing number 2 of Weapons tomorrow.
I've heard Weapons is actually quite good.
I don't think I have.
I have. I saw whatchamacallit. I saw
that don't
Inside
work.
Out in theaters 3 times.
Okay. It ruled. I can watch the same movie multiple times. Also, we're about to run a set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls. People don't have to deal with ads as soon as they join the stream. So feel free to go grab a snack, go grab some hydration, go pet a dog if you have one, go tell your family members that you care about, that you love them, all that good stuff. But no, I'm trying to think of a movie that I watched. I try to think of even movies that I've watched multiple times, and I genuinely think, I think it's mostly like movies that I've wanted to show my brother, and almost never get the reaction I'm excited about. Because that was like Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then we showed him Hundreds of Beavers. Hundreds of Beavers is actually like, it's dumb, but Hundreds of Beavers is actually like a genuinely good movie. It is a movie that was made on a budget of $125,000. And I am astounded by the level of creativity, because the ending genuinely, like, it almost like trains the brain to like ignore the silly visuals. So the ending actually genuinely feels like really cool and epic.
I'm just impressed by the patience that it probably took to make that project get through.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, do you need me to? Are we still trying to do? Are we trying to keep this conversation going while the ad break? I don't think we've ever established that.
Oh, I generally try to keep the conversations going during the ad breaks.
Okay. I've done a chicken, I've done a lion, and I've done an alligator.
Ooh, nice. I am always pro alligator. Alligator sonas are very, very cute. Honestly, every
not a
Scaly
very-
Sona.
I mean, I'm incredibly biased, and you've seen what I send you, so I can't meaningfully say anything.
Senju?
I send you a lot of.
Send me.
Yeah.
My brain was like, that's a... What? Maybe it's just because I've been fucking watching, I've been catching up on Kaiju number 8. Actually, I actually am caught up with Kaiju number 8, and they keep referencing Hanju and Yoju. So my brain's like, Senju? That's a... What did we... What are we talking about here? That sounds like it's like a, you know... It's like a cracker, right? Like the Japanese, like... Those Japanese, like... Oh, are they Senbei? Those are the crackers. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the new season. Welcome on in, Spout. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we get a show for Spout? Sometimes I feel too basic for going with the Dragon Sona, but I also feel like something would be missing if I went with another reptile. The only downside I have with K-pop Demon Hunters is I want to own it physically. Understandable. To be fair, its success was so massive that we're almost certainly going to be getting a like theater release and probably a...
I mean,
like...
they've already confirmed that they're doing 2 sequels, a prequel, and a live action.
Oh my god. Jesus. To be fair, it's pretty clear that...
It's the Frozen situation all over again.
Yeah. Where, like, and also, like, it is pretty clear that a lot of stuff about the world got left on the cutting room table.
Oh, yeah, no, that movie should probably the actual product was probably at least 45 minutes longer.
Yeah. Kafka Hibino is cute. We love Kafka. I believe my mods are preoccupied, so let me go and sneak the shout out for Spat in here real quick. I will book a movie theater viewing. Absolutely. I highly recommend. I think it's the kind of movie that really like benefits from the movie theater viewing because you get that really high definition audio.
Also, the crowd can sing along.
Oh my god, you know for a fact people are going to be singing along at the theaters.
Yes. It'll be like the Wicked screenings.
Oh my god. They play in 3 hours, but Netflix made them cut it in half. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like every time, like a lot of the dialogue, like I've heard some complaints about K-pop Demon Hunters, and I feel like the crux of all of them is it wasn't long enough. They clearly were supposed to develop more. I'm saying the Kaiju number 8 manga is done.
Yes, it is.
To be fair, I'm glad that they, you know, I would rather them end it than let it like Naruto. At this point, Naruto is just shorthand for like dragged to the point where it's clear that the writer has no ideas and is just writing whatever.
You're saying Bleach wrong.
The funny thing is the only big 3 you can't say that about is One Piece because it's still coming up with new ideas. I'm also caught up on One Piece.
I'm glad. I'm very much enjoying that this current backstory we're getting is a sneak backstory for someone else entirely. Once again, speaking in vagues because anime only watchers.
Yeah. To be fair, this is like 5 characters' backstories.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, we always knew Elbaf was going to be a huge huge lore dump because of how frequently it's been referenced by so many characters.
Is it bad my interest in a character dropped when they stopped being their like half beast form?
I'm trying to think which character you're talking about.
The dream guy.
The guy with the dream fruit?
Yeah.
That's fair.
When he went to his human form, like, oh, oh, this is like when the beast turns back and being the beast.
Yeah, back from the ads. But yes, if you love Everything Everywhere All at Once, you should watch Swiss Army Man. It's the same directors with where Daniel Radcliffe plays a talking corpse, where his boner is a compass and he can fart, jet ski, and use his mouth to projectile items. I'll be honest with you. If you were talking about any other movie and you said that series of words to me, I'd be like, why? No, absolutely not. But because it's in reference to Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'm like, yes, this makes perfect sense.
Look, when I realized the first thing I saw from those directors was a music video.
Oda's a very methodical manga artist. He's been saying he's nearing the final arc for over 5 years now. To be fair, the manga's been going on for like 30 years, so saying you're nearing the end with over the course of 5 years actually does make sense.
I feel real bad for anime only watchers right now because they're in that they're about to start the domino effect of the end of Egghead. Do you remember how that was week to week?
Oh god, that sucked. I'm lucky in that I skipped most of that because I accidentally like fell off and then like rejoined just in time to be caught up on everything. Welcome on the Struggle for Waffles. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, let me.
As good.
Let me sing a shout out for the Struggle for Waffles.
Because they just got the wonderful Kuma punch.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. But no, that is yeah, that's gonna be a lot for the anime fans to have to deal with.
It's gonna be great.
All right, because like that's just the beginning of. Wait, is that them just entering or just leaving the background, the backstory?
Backstory's over.
Okay.
So we officially have the Kuma backstory, and now we are on the let's finish this island part of the ordeal. And you know.
How goes you? I'm doing all right. A bit of a rough week, all things considered. But I survived it, and this week I'm getting Korean barbecue, so all things considered, pretty good. What do you make out with Beast from X-Man?
Which incarnation?
That's, you know what? That's a better question than I was gonna ask, because I'm just like
I don't want to make out with the Nazi Beast.
That's a pretty good specifier. Because I'm like, I appreciate the Beast aesthetic, but also like there's something about like the Beast where I look at him, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think it's is it weird that his personality is a turnoff for me?
I mean, you don't like intelligence in a partner, so
it's not that I don't like intelligence. I just like.
Okay, you value good nature. You value more good-natured himbo type folk.
That is fair.
So someone who is on the same level as you, well, actually higher than you intellectually, is not necessarily a turn on.
My sense is, and okay, so I will admit I have not seen much X-Men media. My sense is, based on what I have seen, that Beast is very much the archetypical like worrywart. And
it depends on the incarnation.
That's fair. The that version, nah. I have enough fucking anxiety going on myself. I don't need to add someone else's neuroses to my bullshit. So I could live more. It's one of those things where it's like, I couldn't tell you why. There is something about the character's like personality from the media I have seen where I'm like, nah, it's, you know, it's not like I wouldn't be like, ew, like, you know, I would still be like, yeah, we can be friends or whatever. Beast commits crimes against humanity and deserves to be hurled into space. Is that Nazi Beast?
As I said, it depends on the incarnation.
That's fair.
Like, I like Cyclops, but Cyclops also, there's parts of Cyclops that are written that are pretty terrible.
What do you call it? A bad Sheba? A she bastard? Yeah. To be fair, actually, like, now that I think about it, I think Beanie is the only Sheba son I know, which is, I think, is kind of wild. I feel like Shebas would be more popular in the furry fandom.
There are so many canines, Starkey.
That's fair.
Between foxes, wolves, and dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, are foxes? I forget. Are foxes closer to dogs or cats?
Foxes are, I think they're their own thing. I think they're they're slightly closer to canids, if I had to guess. And there's something that felt homoerotic about X-Men. Here's the thing. Beast, no. You know, for whatever reason, Beast doesn't do it for me. Wolverine, though. Wolverine got me kind of...
I was gonna say Wolverine is stinky, but then again, I remember you like stink.
Shut
so.
up. Liz, okay.
Is it sad that I am masculine leaning pan, and my favorite X-Men in terms of attractive is fucking Storm?
No. Storm's a queen.
Storm is
Storm's
fantastic.
But no. Like, I hold in such high I really am a big fan of like the short, stout, like grumpy guy, which is really funny because it's so different than like you know, it like short, stout, and then like visibly grumpy, but then like it turns out they have a heart of gold. Like that's like ideal for me.
Well, to be fair, the grump with the heart of gold is also one of your kinks, bud.
Listen, you're not wrong. But you don't gotta out me like that.
What do you mean out you?
It's a secret. Nobody knows. So comic.
Also, if you want to see some wonderful Wolverine, look up, what is it? I believe it's Hercules and Wolverine.
Knowing that Hercules is based off of the Greek Heracles, so it's probably very gay, right?
Let me pull it up. Then again, there is that Nightcrawler and Wolverine one as well.
Wolverine can never keep his clothes on. I think he's contractually obligated. Shebas are not a common species in the U.S. and it kind of hit a lot of things. That's fair. Honey, you mean Huncules? It sounds kind of gay. I'm in.
Starkey, I'm sending you a thing.
All right, I look forward to receiving a thing. Ooh, Huncules. Or is it, where are you gonna send it to me at?
I'm sending you via the Forbidden Furry platform.
Yep, that's pretty gay. I'm here for it. That's just straight up two men kissing. I'm 100% here for it. Everyone loves Heracles, but nobody talks about the lesser known Testicles. What the fuck are you talking about? Everyone talks about Testicles. The guys won't shut up about it.
I think that's testosterone.
So Grumpy Daddy. Yeah. At the very least, like I love the like a visual appeal of just like a grumpy looking guy. There's that's like one of the things I cite as being like why Behemoth from House of Mu is like one of my favorite character designs. We all agree that Venom is and has always been a fetish character.
Venom is the reason why most of us have a goo fetish.
Yeah. Cyclops I can't stand, especially when he gets drunk, depressed over Jean Grey.
There's been so much Cyclops character assassination over the years.
Aren't his eyes a portal to hell?
No.
Isn't that like...
No. They're a portal, yes. His eye beams are concussive.
Okay.
It's a big...
All I know is that he's supposedly
really
like
care?
on the same level.
Do you really care?
Okay, is he earnestly on the same level of powerful as Storm?
No, because reasons.
Fair. That's the only thing I really give a shit about. Otherwise,
Like,
I don't give the remotest fuck about Cyclops.
The people you would know on Storm's level would be Iceman and Magneto.
I know Magneto. I've heard of Iceman. I have no clue what his deal is.
Iceman can literally... So the big thing is the Omega level mutant thing is basically, can someone surpass what is there a top? Is there a top to what you can do, and can someone surpass it? For example, Storm has a psionic connection to nature and can literally bend the world to whims, things like that.
Yes.
Let me pull up Iceman specifically off the wiki so that I'm not giving you the wrong information here.
His eye beams are pure kinetic force, and eyes are a portal to a realm of pure kinetic force. Okay.
Okay.
I always thought Venom destroyed Eddie's claims when he transformed, but Eddie chooses to be naked under Venom and makes it worse somehow. Listen, Eddie and Venom have always been queer icons. They've always been.
Okay. If you had the opportunity to have your boyfriend act as your clothes, why wouldn't you?
That's fair.
Okay. Iceman is a mutant supernatural ability to lower his external and internal body temperature, projecting coldness from his body. Okay, that's a bunch of technobabble. He can mentally override his hypothalamus to allow his body temperature to be lowered by an unknown internal mechanism. Iceman can consciously immediately lower his body temperature from its normal temperature to absolute zero within the span of a few seconds.
What the fuck?
He can generate cold so great he's able to stop a fusion core explosion.
So
as his body temperature falls, the surrounding moisture in the air that's in contact with him is similarly lowered. Just as condensed moisture forms frost, it can form icy covering that encompasses his whole body. Bah, 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 bah.
yes, I too have seen JoJo's Part 5.
Basically, his powers opulate on a molecular level.
Okay. So is Omega level just like, is it like a power level thing, or is it just like, yeah, you could take over the world if you wanted level thing?
No, everybody can take over. Pretty much any mutant can do that. For example, Jubilee is actually an incredibly powerful mutant, despite the fact that, and Dazzler as well, even though they make fun of that all the time.
Iceman can walk around completely in ice. He's the polar opposite of the Human Torch design-wise. In one of the comics, Venom actually becomes Eddie's shirt.
Okay.
Also, when you said Jubilee, my brain immediately jumped to Bayonetta.
Yeah, well. Omega level are mutants whose dominant power are deemed to register or reach an undefinable upper limit. For example, Magneto and Forge are the most powerful mutants of their power types, but what makes Magneto not Forge an Omega level is that the upper limit of Forge's abilities hypothetically could be surpassed, while the upper limits of Magneto's cannot by any measurable fashion.
Okay.
So Iceman, temperature manipulation, negative. Jean Grey, telepathy. Magneto, magnetism. I'm intentionally skipping the ones I know you don't know about.
That's fair.
Storm, weather manipulation.
So, like, at some point, like, if they keep practicing, that it will, like, get stronger? Or is it saying that, like, no matter what happens, they will...
There is no upper limit to what they can do. It is,
okay.
It is, like, environmental and all that kind of stuff. For context, at one point in the comics, 5 Omega level mutants together can completely reincarnate someone. And that's how they kept bringing people back from the dead.
Oh, okay. A nice, canon reset moment.
No, it became a massive problem with mutant first. Well, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'll be honest with you. I'm glad I never got into reading comics. I'm glad.
If you want to, you have to read runs. You can't read continuous things. Yeah. Like I like Gail Simone's Birds of Prey thing.
It's fucking like that's from what my understanding is, like, very much like, because like the people who do power scaling things.
Oh God, yeah.
It increasingly, like, I do watch like those death battle videos because I think it's interesting to, like, it's interesting to see, like, the amount of math and effort people put into this, like, into the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just weird at some point, like, how often it seems like, yeah, the character who has a longer, a longer page count in like their, syndication history is just clearly going to win. Isn't that why Galactus's daughter couldn't inflate Wolverine to the size of a planet to consume over and over again the Omega thing? Who, by the way, was pregnant with a tapeworm? I hate comics.
The answer is it depends on the writer. Like, theoretically, the most powerful character in existence are gag characters because they can't physically die.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl, One Punch Man.
I mean, you don't even have to look that far. Look at Aurelie from Dr. Slump when she shows up in Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, I had no idea who it was, and then you said Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, okay, I know the gag character who shows up in Dragon Ball Z.
The girl with the purple hair and a hat who's a robot. Yeah, she shows up again in Super when legitimately the characters can practically punch through dimensions, and she still kicks their asses because they make the realization, oh, she's a gag character. We can't beat that.
Isn't that like actually like canon that like Vegeta now refuses to fight gag characters?
Gag characters. Yes, you are correct.
Comics are worse at the thing to do research thing when the MCU. Sometimes they have a stop an arc halfway through, and you have to read 5 other comics to see how the story ends. Deadpool.
Oh, let me explain that one for you because you don't read it. So you know how are you aware of Event Comics, Sturkey?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So event comics are usually when you have your big like universe-wide crossovers.
Okay.
So, things like Civil War,
the Jimmy Tinney Power Hour.
Kind of. Crisis on Infinite Earths, things like that. Darkest Night. I'm trying to think of. There was one recently with the Batman Who Laughs. Things like that. So the way it works is, comic, like the people in charge of comics, very much enjoy how much big, flashy events get people excited about stuff.
Yes.
When an event comic happens, it affects every comic that it touches, including ones that have active storylines going on, which cause plot threads to be completely rewritten or dropped or created to suit whatever happens in the studio mandated overarching comic.
Okay.
To the point where comics have to work around that now because every year we have a new crossover event. So you can't have, depending on the comic, you have 12 issues before you have to deal with an event.
Okay.
For those that are using the MCU that you're not a fan of, referencing spoilers for movies, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. There was a whole romantic subplot thing being slowly built up between Gamora, the scary green lady, and Star-Lord, Chris Pratt in space.
I'm aware. I've watched the first one of that.
In the third Avengers movie, Infinity War, they kill off Gamora.
Yes, I've also seen that one.
And then in the fourth one, they bring back a past version of her.
Yes.
This basically resets all of her. This resets all of her character stuff all the way back to before the first movie.
Okay.
James Gunn was not briefed on this. The guy who was writing the movies. So when they did the third one, they have a romantic subplot that they can no longer use, so they basically treat it as, this character's dead, this is a new one that looks like it. Kind of like what happened with Groot.
Yes.
Now, apply this to every single series under your purview. Can you imagine if Shonen Jump, in the middle of One Piece, we came back and Robin is dead, and Chopper is undead?
That's what the fuck.
And for some reason, everyone was talking about bloodline elements.
You know what? I don't think I want to know.
That is what the state of comics right now is. That's one of the reasons why so many people have moved over to manga and more self-contained stuff, because the storytelling is a lot stabler.
That's fair. Also, Pokemon Desert Dog. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. That's fucking actual insanity, though. Like,
Take a look at what Xerox just posted.
Avengers Civil War was the catalyst for Spider-Man eventually getting reset, killing off Peter's marriage with Mary Jane so the writer can go back to writing rookie Spider-Man comics.
They are referencing a comic called, I think it's One More Day, where the studio decided they didn't like Peter being married. So they had him make a literal deal with the devil to save Aunt May's life by giving up his marriage.
Okay. That's, really fucking dumb.
Correct.
I'm
This is currently
glad I never got on the
this is-
infinite treadmill of comics.
I mean, that's currently what's happening with the MCU.
Yeah. Again, I'm glad I never got on the infinite treadmill of the MCU either. Fans were livid. Because it's simultaneously like desecrating a character that is like being held very high, i.e., Spider-Man's aunt, and also like basically being combined character assassination for both Mary Jane and Spider-Man perceives you. How dare you? Who said you were allowed to perceive me? I want names. Pokemon in Cam. Glad to have you, Sweeping. We show up for Chimera and Dragonite.
I'm not even talking. I haven't even brought up the whole thing with DC, where DC basically resets its universe every 5 years now.
Is that also where the Spider-Man Death Come came from? Was that another reset for something?
I believe you're referring to the his bodily fluids are radioactive thing.
Yes, and then Mary Jane dies from. Do they actually straight up say she died from cancer, or is it wibbly wobbly? She just and she's dead.
Depends on what universe this is taking place in. I do not follow this. Remember, I have a decent knowledge, but I don't have. Yeah.
Wrong Chimeran. It's Kasai. It's Chimera, not Chimera. Hyperfocus explanations are delightful and super sexy. Well, come on, Imagine it, Claire.
Thanks, dear.
The fucking like that. I only know enough about comic books to make fun of them. I'm not gonna lie.
The best thing you can do is just find the runs you like and go from there.
That's fair. It's made worse knowing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to be before Endgame, but then the right-wing grifter found old tweets from Gunn where he was an edgelord in 2010 and fired him over the tweets only to rehire him after Endgame. What
Oh, you weren't aware of this?
Nope. Like I have been complete like okay. You know how people say like were you under a rock this entire time? When it comes to popular media and specifically popular movies and specifically superhero media, I live under like 7 rocks. I know nothing about what happens with any of them.
What I'm hearing is I need to show you the crossover event of the summer. Mamma Mia, here we go again.
What? Hope you're having a good day. It's been okay. I got through the workday, which is like the big thing that needs to happen. So otherwise, I'm just vibing. But hopefully, you've been doing all right. We're currently talking comic books, I guess. I don't really know how we got here.
We were talking about like studio oversight and how things affected. There's at one point you want to know about Omega level stuff. We were talking about X-Men being sexy. How do we roll back from there? I think we were talking about kinks at that point. Someone asked if you would fuck the Beast. That's how we got there.
That's how we got here. And my answer was no. But I would absolutely fuck just about any iteration of
Wolverine.
Of Wolverine, yeah. I'm assuming there's not a Nazi Wolverine. Please tell me there's no. God fucking damn it! Comic book writers, why are you like this?
Depends. Yeah, Starkey likes him short, stocky, powerful, and stinky.
Is he necessarily stinky? I guess.
I'm just going to type into Google, is Wolverine stinky?
Okay, that's the animal, though. You're gonna get the search ups for the animal. What about furry Wolverine?
Yes, Wolverines are known for their strong, unpleasant odor.
Yeah, it's a fucking... But he's not actually a fucking Wolverine.
Marvel confirmed that Wolverine smells bad.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? But yeah, no. What I'm learning is I was very, very smart, Muscarine. Shut up. I was very smart to never get interested in the MCU.
I mean, you can say that, but it was enjoyable.
I guess that's
Like
fair.
nothing stays amazing forever. You just kind of have to enjoy what you get while you got it.
I suppose that's fair. There was a time where Marvel was overrun by werewolves. And I thought I was gonna say I was smart to never get I thought you were gonna say I was smart to never get interested in Musk. Shut up! Oh my god.
The problem
Anyways.
with That's Our Adventure is because I know that Starkey likes Musk. That's not something.
I like Fantastic Four and Deadpool and Wolverine, but I refuse to touch Avengers Doomsday.
That's going to be the next movie.
Okay.
Like the big...
The next big, Keystone.
Yeah. Supposedly, yes. Fantastic Four just came out. Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, was last year?
Yes.
The year before?
I think it was recently. It is out.
Starkey, you said you've been using recently to refer to anything in the last 5 years.
I live under... We've been over this. 7 rocks. 7 boulders that prevent me from seeing anything superhero related.
Is that what you call your boyfriends?
The seven evil boulders.
I didn't say evil. I just said boulders.
Me when I'm oh god, I can't remember what her name is from fucking Ramona Flowers. Yep. One of the obscure Spider-Man villains' frenemies is a werewolf. I do love Werewolf Spider-Man.
Have you seen Dinosaur Batman?
I haven't, but that also sounds amazing. I like Fantastic Four and Deadpool and Wolverine, but okay. I just I don't know, man. I don't know, I sincerely don't get how people can watch, okay. I wish I could understand, because, I struggle to watch, I guess to be fair, it's the same principle by which I can watch, the same 4-hour-long video essay about the failure of the Star Wars Hotel. I've listened to that. That's, on my phone, and I've listened to it during long trips multiple times. So, I guess it's the same principle.
I can force you to watch things if you want.
Things I don't. I don't feel like... I think the crux of it is I don't feel like I've missed anything by not watching Marvel anything. I guess, I've missed some references, but I don't necessarily... I'm like, oh, that's a neat reference anyway. You know? Robert Downey Jr. is playing Parallel Universe Doomsday, and his paycheck costs as much as the budget in the Avengers Infinity War. That's absurd.
Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man.
Yes.
And he apparently is now playing Doctor Doom.
I mean, that's a logical character progression in terms of character actor. I'm not gonna lie.
The problem is, from what we understand, he is playing a Tony Stark that turned into Doctor Doom.
Starkey, look in DMs. Yeah, no, I've seen Werewolf Wolverine.
I have now sent you Dinosaur Batman as well as his backstory.
In different character Starkey, Tony Stark died in Endgame. No, I know. I didn't see Endgame, but listen, I'm aware of I guess some major character deaths. I'm just not aware of plot points. I'm not I'm aware of like general plot points of how the stories go. I'm not aware of like any of the background info of like how these movies get made because I don't care.
So one of the big issues, because you're not gonna have the context that people have, is Marvel kind of made Iron Man the most important character in the MCU.
Yes.
Iron Man was in a D list in the comics.
Interesting.
And like it would be different if it was, because Captain America is as big as Captain America's always been.
Yes.
That's not a question.
Of course,
But
he is
they
the
didn't
most
have
important.
Spider-Man. They didn't have Spider-Man, the Spider-Man, the Batman, aka the Batman of the of the Marvel universe. They didn't have X-Men. They didn't have the Fantastic Four. Those three are generally the most iconic. There's a reason why we got movies of them in like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yes.
Because of how much there's like, ooh, look, Robert Downey Jr., we need people like that, so we got to focus around it. They kind of warped a lot of stuff around the character. Hence why one of the reasons why people are upset with the current incarnation of Spider-Man is Robert Downey Jr.'s character is more important than Uncle Ben, who doesn't really exist in the MCU. And while I could see what they're doing with casting him to be Doctor Doom with the whole multiversal thing, it kind of does the same thing where you take a very iconic character and you just, oh, they're just an aspect of this. When Doctor Doom he is on the same level of Lex Luthor and the Joker in terms of iconic.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is very beloved, and they're them doing this kind of just turns it into another. Here's another thing related back to Iron Man, and it's also just nostalgia bait because the current MCU is not doing as well as they want it to because they kind of should have let it die after Endgame.
Yeah, but like it was making so much money. Why would they let it die? I think like that's my critical frustration with a lot of this like big name stuff is like I think that it's a lot of the times I end up looking at it, I'm like, okay, so you're basically it ends up being the safe option.
I mean, it is. It's making them money, and therefore just keep throwing money at it so that they can keep making the money, so they keep throwing at it.
I personally am hoping that Disney stops existing within the next 5 years. I'm aware that is ultimately a very selfish desire on my part. I'm just so deeply sick of everything that Disney is nowadays.
I get it. I am currently the only brand that currently has my vitriol on that level is Harry Potter, so I get it.
Okay, so I'm actually looking at the chemistry of what I've been doing, and I'm basically exploding bugs from the inside. Why is the chemistry so cool, and why do my chem teachers suck so much? The only thing I really know about Dr. Doom is that he toots as he pleases, and he was once drawn crying in the aftermath of 9/11. Disney is going to implode. I just, like, I don't, like, at some point, they have to, right? Like, I know it's like, oh...
Do you want the optimistic answer, the pessimistic answer, or the realistic answer?
I think I want the pragmatic answer.
Okay, everything dies.
That's fair. Welcome on in,
Eventually the sun will go out, heat death will happen, unless we find a way to get around that.
I suppose that's fair. Can we get a shout out for quote?
I cannot give an answer on whether or not it will explode or not, because that is just simply the nature of it. Everything will fight to maintain its relevance.
Remember, this too will rot.
Yeah, that's fair.
I believe that there is beauty in the ending of things,
Yeah.
and that knowing and trying to maintain life beyond its natural cycle is a problem.
Yeah. That's like, I think that's the big thing, is like, I look at so much of like what's popular nowadays, and I'm just like, this is all like, you know, it's all stuff that was popular when I was a kid, you know?
There's, do you know about is it the 20? There's a cycled entertainment. There's a reason why that 70s show, Star Wars, that kind of thing. There's nostalgia is a very popular market.
I guess that's fair. I'm just one of those few, like, because I'm not immune to nostalgia myself. I'm aware of that, but I guess like it's one of those things where it's like my nostalgia is like, I'm not necessarily in the group that is being primarily catered to in response to nostalgia.
I can't really say anything. There's a reason why I will save every War Greymon thing I will find. I am not immune to this.
That's fair.
But it's just one of those things you just have to be aware of, that people will keep chasing the thing that made them happy when they're a kid, because you're never going to be as happy as you were as a kid. Asterisk. People have rough childhoods.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to downplay that.
I'm definitely more happy now than I was as a kid. I'll say that much.
I am too, but I am also far more stressed than I was as a kid.
That's fair.
And I would argue that is important, is you gotta take the joys and you gotta cultivate them where you can, and you gotta it's gonna be pain. Pain is going to exist, but you can't let that take over.
Yeah. I hate that Tron Ares is gonna flop because Disney will double down on live action remakes, not lighten their fucking sets. Stop hiring Jared Leto. He's box office poison. I mean,
that's the reason why I don't want to see it.
I mean, to be fair, like it's kind of like I think there's like a lot of media nowadays that like is like that performed poorly in the box. Like there's a lot of stuff that is being made that I think will be remembered as being like cult classics.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if I'm getting someone to do Tron though, I want to get the guy who did the fucking Speed Racer like live action. Cause like that shit actually kicked ass. What else? Welcome on in, Quote. Hopefully you've been having a good you had a good week. I'm trying to think of let me see. It is 8:30, so presumably wherever you live, unless you're like over in Hawaii. It's the weekend. Congrats on making it through another week. Just note that Tron is all Flash, no substance.
You say that, but you could still make that kind of thing work. As much as people are going to yell at me, that is the whole appeal of Redline.
Yeah, no, you're correct. Here's the thing. I fucking adore Redline. It is such a truly beautiful movie. It has no substance. there is no substance in the script.
My favorite movie is Clue, which objectively is not a good movie, but it never fails to bring a smile to my face because it is dumb.
Like, I'm trying to think of like another imagine if Studio Ghibli had like Studio Mappa level fight choreography, except it was Initial D, and the story was completely irrelevant to the things you're seeing on screen. And that is Redline. It is so spectacularly animated that I'm willing to forgive that it doesn't have a story.
So
I couldn't tell you a character's name.
I'm gonna go on a slight tangent here.
Yes.
So unlike a bunch of folk, I read. I have a massive pile of books, and one of the things I try to do is I try not to go for only what I know is the most well written. I try to take risks on stuff that isn't necessarily going to be good or someone's cup of tea. I've been delving more into more like cozy romance stuff, not because I'm looking for like not because I'm looking for something on the same level as Name of the Wind, for example, or Game of Thrones. But because times are hard, I want something cozy, and I want to find characters that I just find soft and cute. And the number one thing I've had to jap from is, oh, this is like going from a Terry Pratchett to this like no-name author. I picked their books up at a local festival. Oh, this is not written as well, in my opinion. I still keep reading, and I still enjoy it because there's still something to be found from it. Something does not have to be the highest level of quality to be enjoyable.
I suppose
Hence the
that's fair.
appeal of isekai and power fantasy to folk with anime, for example.
I think it's because that is like kind of the appeal of like the popcorn anime, right?
Correct.
Like I'm trying to think of like the I guess like Solo Leveling is like imaginary
Jujutsu
players not in the
Kaisen.
chat, right? Jujutsu Kaisen,
Solo leveling, Jujutsu Kaisen.
or it's like it's great to
Sword Art
look
Online.
at. It doesn't necessarily have like the depth, but like that doesn't mean that it's any less valid because like, you know.
I mean, yeah. Like fuck. One of the things I just finished like burning through a series in the last 2 weeks. Called
sorry, what's the
Where the wretch?
Stucky, have you heard? Mononoke is getting its second movie, a part 2 to the first movie, and the cinematic is amazing, but if you don't know Mononoke, go watch the original show, now.
I'm assuming you're talking about Princess Mononoke, right? There's a Princess Mononoke 2? How? Also, is it still Studio Ghibli? Because if it's not, what?
Mononoke is a TV series, but
Oh, okay. Then no, I have not heard of it.
it's a horror.
Oh, okay. It's something else. Okay, I see. I was the fool.
You usually are. That's why you stream.
Shut the fuck up. How dare you? First of all, you're right, but also how dare you?
But one of the points I was trying to make is last 2 weeks I just completely burnt through a series of books I found because I think a series called Edge Cases by Silver Lining. I found fan art from that got reposted, and I was like, oh, there's a romance between a lizard folk and a set of living armor. Oh my god. This fits my kinks. I want to see how this goes. So I download it and I burn through it. Do I think the writing is amazing? I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's like submit it for a prize. The genre is literally just what if we did the what is it, like the stat screen RPG type stuff.
Yeah. Tell me the book now.
Edge Cases, I believe is the first one. Give me a second. Yeah, no, it did everything wrap up neatly in a bow? No. But did I really enjoy the way the story was told? And did I absolutely adore the armored dairy and the little nervous lizard wizard Vex? Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Fair enough. That actually does seem to be like right up your alley. But no, the plot that plotline reminds me of the one webtoons that's about a fairy falling in love with a suit of armor.
Yep, that is suitor armor.
Tsundere, but armor.
No, suitor, like SUIT. Yeah.
Oh, that's even more clever.
Give me a second. The first one I think is called The Fabric of Reality. Give me a second.
Okay. I struggle incredibly hard when it comes to getting interested in anything, and it sucks when you're bored out of your mind and you just can't force enthusiasm to yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. As someone who has had a history with depression, that sounds a little bit like depression.
Yeah.
Because it for me, depression is it's less even. It's like, you know, it's like, it also often characterized as like, oh, just like a really profound sadness. For me, it was because of like the specific way that my depression worked. It was very much characterized by just really intense boredom with anything, including the things that I once found really interesting. Which is, of course, this is one of the things where it's like, don't take my word as gospel. You know, if you have a GP, go talk to them about it. But also, you know,
And if you don't have a GP, try to find one.
yeah.
Your health is very important and people care about you.
I burn out fast. I get passionate about one thing and I run out of steam on said topic. Yay, neurospicy burnout. I definitely have done that.
That's why I rotate.
I can't play Minecraft anymore, and I can't play Stardew Valley, even though there's so much I want to try, because I got fucking burnt out. I kept replaying the game because Concerned Eighth kept being like, oh, by the way, we added like 6 new late game things, except they would come out like 2 years later, and
I really need to get you to play Sunhaven.
Wasn't there like I think there was something that happened with Sunhaven, like something, you know, derogatory that happened with Sunhaven recently. I can't remember what I heard about it, but
I'm sure Chad will tell us if they know.
But yeah, no, I do that a lot. It's why like I actively like there is a little bit of apprehension for me getting into like something new that I know I'm going to love. Because I'm scared by the prospect that I will love it so much and then burn out on it. Like, I think part of my willingness to pick up One Piece was A, I had a lot of free time on my hand because of job searching, and B, the fucking just the fact that I was like, yeah, you know, it's pirate stuff. That doesn't really appeal to me. And then I started reading it and I'm like, God damn it, this appeals to me. PSA, if you ever get recommended antidepressants, do research. And a friend of mine went up on benzos and he skipped the Hat Man. Yeah, it's pretty important to do proper research. I'm looking at this and I'm like, why did I make these lines? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm drawing fruit now.
Here, let me
I'm basically just filling a page.
let me grab the reference I used.
Babana.
Babana?
I tried to type in banana and I typed in Babana.
Oh, that's the axle. Oh, I see now. Yeah, there's some stuff going on here. I see now what I was trying to go for. Here, let me go ahead and pose. There we go.
I think I can call this page done.
There we go. That's about where I was at. Actually, I could have sized it up against this, because... Okay. Yeah, like, at some point it becomes not worth, like, handling the detailing.
You also have to like gauge how much the detail matters to what you're doing, because if you do go incredibly detailed on one thing, you then have to do that throughout the whole piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that out the hard way with my most recent piece. Oh shit, a bike. Fun fact, it's short for Bikel. Shut up. Antidepressants never helped me because it turns out depression was linked to being in power dynamics that were legit disgusting. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But it sounds like you figured it out.
Yeah. All right. So that should be the line art done. Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you want to call it early?
No, I nah, I can go a little bit longer.
You also should probably cut off the song cue.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Here, let me disable the requests. All right, perfect. I think it goes like exactly long enough because that's 4. Yeah, okay, so like it goes exactly until 9 o'clock, which is when I would normally be ending. All right.
So Starkey, I'm real happy.
What happened?
The roll cake I picked up when we went to the international market does taste like tiramisu.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nope.
What? Okay, you're on that layer. What is this layer?
So I'm a
doing?
very happy Dirk.
Heck yeah. I need to lame, like, I need to label my shit.
You do. You also need to save.
Saving? Never. Never until the piece is finished.
Cool.
So for what it's worth, I do have autosave turned on. It saves every 15 minutes, every like half an hour, I think. The solution: move out and let my mom know she has to be decent to me for us to have any sort of relationship. I've been there. Suffice it to say, I'm not in contact with all of my family, and it is for the best for me personally. Your circumstances may differ, but only all you really can do is take care of yourself.
Starkey, you mind if I talk about something I'm excited about?
Go for it.
So, Castle Crashers. Behemoth game from, ooh boy, I don't even remember when this originally was released. 2012? Nah, gotta be earlier than that. Anyway, they just dropped a DLC for Castle Crashers. Yep. Originally released in 2008.
Is that the one
so
where
they
you can
released-
paint your character? Like you can make your own custom characters?
The one where you can, yes, they released a DLC where we can now make our own characters, aka we can put our own sodas in the game now if we
Hell
want.
yeah. That kind of makes me want to like grab a bunch of artist friends and like play Castle Crashers again.
I know, right? Like I know a bunch of my friends will probably just find the coolest looking thing online, but I'm looking forward to just messing around with the character creator and see how in depth it is.
I was on the wrong layer. I was on the wrong layer because I saw a thing I needed to adjust in the line art layer, and I was like, oh yeah, let me do that, and I was on the color layer. I gotta say, this is turning out relatively well. I think it's
I
going.
mean, considering this is your first vehicle, I'm pretty impressed.
To be fair, it is also literally traced. I literally traced this off a reference image.
Yeah, but I will remind you that tracing doesn't mean consistent.
I love how saying "mommy" in a perfectly normal sentence inflicts pain to Starkey. I would say that inflicts pain to most people. I think you're the weird one for finding that it not inflicting pain.
Starkey, you have to remember that people that like women probably like using that term.
I guess. I suppose. It's not like I don't like women. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't like maternal women.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a much more fair point. I've experienced no pain because my brain isn't poisoned. That's objectively not true. Don't you lie to me, and more importantly, don't you lie to yourself. me just roasting my mods. It pulls out the fucking therapy speak to be like, yeah, nah. You don't enjoy the childbearing hips. Okay, here's the thing. I find women attractive. The angelic, like motherly style of women, very much not my thing. In regards to like okay, the two of the characters that are femme presenting that I found the most attractive are Bayonetta and Roxanne from Potionomics. I want a woman who's going to use me. to be as blunt as possible. Kids are fucking German. Yeah. So be careful as we may swing back. I'm not poisoned, but the term mommy has nothing to do with attraction. I feel like that's also not true. Straight people call... I'm not mommy or daddy poisoned. You know what? I should not be speaking on behalf of the straights, as I am not. Me when I am not. Can we get some straight people in the can we? I do actually
you,
like.
you want me to, do you want me to leave?
No, I'm mostly joshing. She's like, we act like we've got a couple people in here who identify as straight, and that's pretty cool.
Impossible. You can't be furry and straight. It's like a rule or something.
Sorry, I forgot to warn about the ads. I forgot. Listen, I
also
was
am
busy
kidding.
admonishing my own mod for saying some weird shit.
So what I'm hearing is you're bullying your mods.
Yeah, but they deserve it.
So your mods can't bully you, but you can bully them.
Oh no, they bully me constantly. What I'm saying is that they shouldn't. but they do anyway. So like, such is the nature of the beast.
But you didn't want to fuck the beast.
I said I didn't want to fuck. Wait, is he called the beast? Wait.
I'm just.
I just realized because my brain was my brain realized that the beast from Beauty and the Beast is also just referred to as the Beast.
Correct.
And I would fuck him. Sorry, Starkey, we were in the contract. We were required to bully you at least 5 times per hour.
We're about to enter a new hour, so
the fuck their
silly
cooldowns are up.
mods.
The cooldowns
Silly
are up.
mods. Silly mods. There's no contracts.
I'm in great danger. Yeah. Also, I didn't make you sign any contracts. God knows if I did, they would legally enforceable ? That would just be the entire text of the contract would just be the sentence illegally enforceable followed by a question mark.
What does this button do?
I still call my parents mommy and daddy out of habit, mostly since I'm more used to calling them that. I should stop before I get labeled a mama's boy. I mean, fair, there's nothing wrong with being labeled a mom. I'm sorry, Chris dropped a metal pipe. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
Can you do that?
Well, when someone presses the button that allows him to drop metal pipes, he does.
Okay.
When given the chance, this little rat bastard will always drop a metal pipe. Even when
That's
I
not
specifically
very
ask
nice.
him not to.
That's not very nice.
All
He's
right.
a person. He's just a bastard.
Fair enough. You know what? Fair point. You're right. You know what? I was wrong. This is my formal apology. Let me hit you with the YouTube apology.
Hold on. We need to put the ukulele music on.
You every YouTube apology has got to start with a heavy sigh. Okay. More than a bastard. So,
I fucked up.
this YouTube apology was brought to you by Squarespace.
Hey YouTube.
Oh my god. Am I honest opinion? I think Starkey should be contractually obligated to lose his shirt at least once a stream. To be fair, I do. Usually, more than often than once. I never
Starkey
experienced
hasn't lost his shirt this stream though.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this ukulele. Wait, hold up. Didn't I? Wait, when did these songs get added to the queue? I'm not kidding you. The queue was closed. The queue is closed.
Mhm.
Oshino just snuck in like 10 minutes worth of the fucking Toho music in while he wasn't paying attention.
So does that mean you're gonna be?
I guess we have to go
removing
for an
them?
extra 10 minutes. I keep getting distracted. Okay.
What? Starkey getting distracted on
Shut-
his own stream?
Here, let me grab the pictures I need. Like the colors. If I can add it, then it isn't closed. Unless I can do a contractually obligated rubber stream. I can't imagine Twitch would allow that. I'm gonna be honest.
I will pay for the rubber for it to happen.
I that definitely strikes me as being something Twitch would explicitly be very displeased with happening.
Yeah, but I would totally pay for the rubber for that to happen.
Would you also be Okay. I would just get. I don't want my fucking account banned. See, Song Quest is closed.
It is closed.
Wait, where's this?
That's a nice
pattern?
ref sheet.
Oh, God bless. That's in the eyes. We can add rubber to your model. I guess we can do that. I need to figure out how to edit textures, though. That's the big thing, because I don't think there's a substance painter file for this.
So for the eye, I would just take that and make it the background, not try to draw it.
That's fair. What a lovely ref. Welcome on, Engadget. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
It's a real nice ref.
Yeah, okay. So that's gonna be the creamy white. I know. It's not one of those Superman's coming moments that I made earlier. I know what I said. I know
As a reminder, make sure you're not on the wrong layer.
I was on, in fact, the wrong layer. Actually, to be fair,
That's why.
no, actually, I think it makes sense to put it on the line art layer. Because that means it's going to be easier for you to remember to erase, because it's not currently interrupting any line art. It's like off on its own. I can make a substance painter file, but it takes time. Okay, so this is eyebrows. Let's see. That's inner ear. Because I'm trying to do the thing where like I actually build a palette, so I don't constantly have to come back here and keep fucking reselecting patterns. What is this color used for? Is that like the nose? Okay, it's the nose.
Oh, hey, look, the Silk Song rumor train is started up again.
What happened?
Supposedly there's a rumor that it's coming out October 16th.
Wow, that's cool. Anyway, change the subject.
As I said.
Yeah. I'm not getting excited. It will
Look,
be released when it's released.
I have been enjoying my Hollow Knight replay through.
Okay.
Am I officially at all the hard shit now? Yes, sadly. I have all the Pantheon stuff to do. I have to finish my I had to finish running around with the Breaking Flower.
Okay. So when you do like
Depends, Kronos. What kind of rubber stream are you asking for?
a rubber stream eventually. Again, you see Twitch terms of service. Receive unto thee Twitch terms of service.
I believe you can do it on Discord. Yeah, you can do that kind of thing on Discord, bud.
I suppose that's fair.
Isn't that where most streamers do that kind of stream?
I know DA does that, so possible, but also error 404, practical not found.
The other problem, Kronos, is by the time he has that, he will no longer be near me.
Yeah. There's a guy on Twitch who's a rubber. That's fucking wild. I guess to be fair, I have seen some pretty people definitely, play fast and loose with the Twitch terms of service.
Remember when artistic nudity was allowed for like 8 hours?
Yeah. Okay. You probably want like a yellow. I don't really know what I'm doing with palette selection.
I have a question, Starkey.
Yeah?
Is there a reason why you just don't like crop the image to just the palette and then just move to the side where you can see it?
What do you mean?
Because you're using this so you can reference the colors for coloration, right?
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you just crop the image to just the palette and then use that?
Because are you saying like select and then crop, like specifically the palette?
So go to the image. Go specifically to the image you're using for reference for the colors.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
because
so
then you just eyedropper it.
yes, but also it's worth doing this to avoid JPEG artifacting.
Okay. I was just curious.
Because there is some amount of JPEG artifacting and like compression that happens because I technically what I have here is like a copy and pasted thing I got from Discord. So it is already a little bit artifact, and I don't want to like risk selecting and then expanding something and hitting one of the pixels that is a result of artifacting.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just curious. Because you are the artist, you don't have to make the colors perfect.
That's fair. Actually, hold up a moment. Let me, because I see in the original source that there are these creeper flowers that I can sneak onto the helmet. And to some degree, I'm also like in the process of like trying to, explore what I can and can't do with digital art. So like, using the tools differently in ways that like might,
I got you. I was just curious, that's all.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, hold up. I can do the thing. I can do the thing that someone taught me. Oh god, that earlier talk about apologies remind me of this. Okay. Let me grab the selection. There we go. Oh, hold up. Shit, fuck. Hi, Zio. Magic wand. Select this. Invert selection. And bucket fill. Oh, well, I mean, that's a relatively easy fix, all things considered. Because that is supposed to be transparent. Bucket fill? Perfect. All right. I swear to God, I don't know where it would be. I definitely would not be doing nearly as well at this whole art thing if it weren't for my artist friends telling me tips like that. To, like, really quickly fill in all the things.
I think you're doing a great job.
All right. Oh, shit, I need to pick a white. Here. Brush size down. All right. Part of me, like, I need to stop myself from like progressing art. Like, okay, so fellow artist, like, fellow artist and bird streamer, also a much more experienced artist than myself, Jamejar. Uh, Jamejar does it all the time where he's like, yeah, it's gonna be an on-stream sketch, and then he ends up making a fucking like rendered and shaded piece. I need to be better. Because I do that too. I think that like that therein lies like one of my things. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can crop this.
Cat, please no, cat. Why
What,
no?
what in the world?
Ah. So what's up?
Oh, wait. I think I was selecting the wrong layer, question mark? Hold up. Sneeze is coming. Okay. I fucking hate when I get fucking juked by it. Like, I get juked out by a sneeze. Is the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, when you're just like, I gotta sneeze. Nope.
Yeah, it's like actual torture. Like, it fucking, every time it happens. Beanie Y. Good question. I think it's because it is in Ashiba's nature to make the humans around them suffer.
The pattern thing?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I can figure out a way to make this work.
I can't say anything. I literally gave mine a the lightning scar thing on mine, so just let people just have things they like to do.
That's fair.
That's how I look at it.
Here, let me decrease opacity here so that way I can bring you over. Okay. And then we have, let me move one other over. Move it to the other eye. And I think what I can do is like basically add like a partial visibility layer. Here. Just like merge these two layers. Welcome on an NPC. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm gonna do this real quick and then here. Okay. Where? Excuse me. Why did all of the layers merge?
You probably accidentally had multiple.
Oh, I
ones
merged
selected.
visible layers, not merged with layer below. God damn it. Anyways. Is you questioning me? Always. Hi, Beanie. Why must you make me suffer?
Starkey, do I need to remind you of some of the tattoo you were making for Finn
That's
in
fair.
one of his early
That's fair point. Fair do.
incarnations?
I love suffering. It's hot. New raster layer. Okay. So this basically, what if I do this? Because this is how I actually I've done this before. Shit. Fuck. Wrong. Okay. You grabs you.
Wrong layer.
Wrong layer, Kurok. Oh, Twitch? I think Twitch is having a moment.
Isn't Twitch just full of moments?
Yeah, good point. Very good point. It just always is. Oh, there we go. Thank you, NPC, for the 2 months subscription for 8 months. Enjoy the afternoon, the months, you sweet bean.
3. I'm off work now.
Okay, so merge with layer below, and then if I activate you and then set your opacity to 100%, and then I erase... No, it isn't. Twitch is never okay, and that's okay. If a multi-billion, you know, if a business backed by multi-billion-dollar hyper billionaire trillionaire Jeff Bezos and his fuck tons
He
of
needed
money,
that money for his
okay.
He needed that money for his wedding, though.
His
So,
incredibly
it's
sad
understandable.
wedding. All right. It is a little hard to see, but
I mean, you can always lighten it.
it's mostly just a scale thing. Like if you zoom in, it's pretty clear it's there, but like because the eyes are such a small part of what's going on here, it ends up.
I
being
wouldn't
like,
stress it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I technically did do the thing, but also. Anyways, end of stream. All right.
Does that mean I have to go back in the box?
Oh yeah, I forgot that they can't hear you, and so you do have to go back in the box, unfortunately.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Like Mako Starkey gets mildly triggered when a wrong layer and wrong button is used. Because you keep fucking using it. You use them incorrectly. I don't necessarily like. I appreciate that that is also part of the bit about how you're supposed to be annoying me, because it's a very clever use of the tools at your disposal to annoy me. All right, let's use live. We have Mario live with a ghost hunt. Let's see. Oh, you know what? You know who we haven't raided into in a bit? Let's raid into Jake. And I'm doing it on purpose. Of course you are. Let's raid into Jake. Since we raided into Jake, he got fucking Twitch partner. So, I meant to raid into him on the week where he got Twitch partner, and my dumb ass fucking forgot. So we're raiding into Jake. Here, let's start the think of the stream. Well, thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time chilling out, watching the art. Slowly making progress. Start the raid over to Jake. Anyways, if this is your first time here, I'm Starkymorph, Big A Chaos Crow Internet, variety streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, over the last year and a half, we've been learning to do some art, so if you like what you saw, feel free to drop a follow here, and of course, I'm very, very bad about it. I need to be better about reposting my art, but I do post art that I make as well as art that I get commissioned. Over on Blue Sky, in general, I tend to repost the art that I get commissioned rather than the one I make, because that's the artist struggle. I don't know. It is the struggle to be like, yeah, I'm gonna repost this thing that I made, because I'm still far away from being like proud. And I guess like the most recent, the Behemoth piece from May was something I was proud of, so I probably should have reposted that more. But yeah. So Blue Sky, I have a YouTube if you'd like to get some of the VODs there, see what we've been up to, see the artistic journey from day one of me doing art, as well as to watch the playthrough we did of Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. I have a Discord link to pop in there, say hi to all the Sweet Beans, see the Curse Cut the Sweet Beans post, and of course, if you would like to pick up some pretty high quality coffee, Dragon Roast Coffee, you can use discount code StarkyMorph and get a 10% discount and help support the stream. Alright, I'm gonna send you all over to Jake Werepanther. Heckin' spectacular, super sweet, and handsome bean. You guys will love him, and I will catch you Monday for more video games. Unsure yet.